welcome to your Feel Good Breakfast Show. This is Expresso and you're live on S3. It is going to be something incredible. And I'm going to say it again. It's Friday then and Sunday's Sunday. What? And today's show is going to be another radio meets television situation. That's actually my favorite situation, by the way. The breakfast team from Omelette FM broadcasts live from our studios, and we can't wait to get to know them a little bit better. It is going to be one of those incredible shows. You're going to hear a lot of radio voices on your TV show today. And also entertaining us this morning is blues and rock musician Kenny Hughes, the one-man band. He's released 5 singles to date, 3 of which have made it to #1 on a local radio station's top 40 charts. So that is incredible. We have the big guns here today, but before we catch up with the rest of the team, we cannot forget the fact that I need to sit down right now. Not because I'm tired, because my Goma is here. It's a quality, can you just follow me as I sit down here? It's a quality lounge suite manufactured locally. Goma is proudly South African. You can actually feel, when you rub it, it says, "Ya bro." It's fantastic. That's how you know it's locally made. It's masterful in its craftsmanship, and the furniture, the designs are absolutely beautiful. I'm going to continue rubbing this while you feast your eyes on somebody who I feast my eyes on every single morning. It's a privilege. It's a pleasure, I can tell you. Somebody also crafted in South Africa. It's Graham Richards. Ooh.
Yes, Mr. Colwasty, today is going to be a very special day. Start your engines, ladies and gentlemen. No, it is going to be a special day. I don't know what he's talking about. Every day is radio meets TV for Mr. Wasty. Cannot wait to catch up with the lads from Umhlanga. They're absolute superstars in the game. And, of course, they're here to share 3 hours of fun with us. But lest we forget, today is International Dance Day. It's like our day. It's Expresso's actual day. You know how much we love to dance. You know how much we love to dance on a Friday. Now you combine International Dance Day with Friday Dance. It's going to be spectacular. And yes, we will have the pros in to do that, but we love to see you guys move. So what dance are you going to be doing today? We want to blow up TikTok. We want to blow up all of our social medias with the most intense dance moves that we've ever seen, which is asking a lot. I know we always do push you guys, but I have faith. So let's start moving. As Carl says, for the entire show today, you can move the coffee table and just move. It's going to be a lot of fun. We're going to chew on some of that sports and gristle in just a moment. High-stakes sports all round at this time of the year. But first, let's get you prepped for the day ahead with some of those major talking points. Carl has the news details.
Let's take our first peek this morning, and starting with national news, Transport Minister Fikile Mbalula has reminded motorists that they have 1 week left before the final grace period for the renewal of driving license ends. This period applies to motorists whose driving licenses expired between March 2020 and August 2021. There are currently some 1.3 million people whose driving licenses have yet to be renewed. He also announced that the Easter weekend road death toll this year was lower than last year. 162 people died this past long weekend compared to 235 in the same period last year. The Gauteng High Court in Pretoria, meanwhile, has granted the State Capture Inquiry another extension to finalize its report. Chairperson Chief Justice Raymond Zondo had approached the court for a 6-week extension and to finish the last part of the report. And part of 5 of the report includes investigations into the SABC, the State Security Agency, the Estina Dairy Farm at Vrede, and Prasa. Judge Anthony Miller said he was satisfied that a case had been made for the relief sought, which is an extension to 15 June. On to international news. More girls than boys are now completing primary school on time in sub-Saharan Africa. And of course, this is what the UN's education organization, UNESCO, says. Now, last year, 66% of girls completed primary education at the age they were meant to, compared to 44% in 2000. For boys, figures had also improved, but not as dramatically. Now, of course, 61% finished in 2020 compared to 49% in 2000. In Nigeria, 1 in 5 teenagers, mostly girls, are not in school because of marriage and pregnancy. An extensive strike in Sri Lanka has forced schools, shops, banks and transport services in the country to a standstill. Members of more than 1,000 trade unions are taking part in the strike. They demand that the entire executive, including President Gotabaya Rajapaksa and his brother, Prime Minister Mahinda Rajapaksa, resign. And of course, the country is suffering a severe economic crisis, which has led to drastically rising prices and a shortage of basic goods. Protesters say their ultimate goal is economic as well as political stability. And wrapping up your news bulletin for this particular hour, the Cape of Good Hope SPCA and the Animal Welfare Society Stellenbosch, the AWSS, were awarded the best animal welfare NPO in South Africa and the most compassionate animal welfare organization in South Africa, respectively, at the Pet Products and Services Awards. The awards are part of the United Kingdom's Lux Life magazine's annual Excellence Awards. Cape of Good Hope SPCA senior strategist Shane Everts said they were humbled to receive such a prestigious award and international recognition. He said, and I quote, "It will create awareness abroad and draw attention to animal welfare-related challenges faced by the Cape of Good Hope SPCA. This wouldn't have been possible without the support of our donors," he said as well. And head of fundraising and communication at the AWSS, Jessica Perrin, said they were over the moon. She added, and I quote, "Recognizing animals as sentient beings with a right to a good quality of life, devoid of pain and suffering, lies at the heart of everything we do at the AWSS. Receiving this award means the world to us. I am so proud, and we, as Expresso Show, of course, are proud of you too." We wrap things up at that in this particular hour. Another update will follow for you in 1 hour on your Feel Good Breakfast Show. Let's take a first peek at your sport.
Thank you so much, Carl. Let's start with footy news. Man United and Chelsea, they played out to a 1-1 draw in the Premier League last night. Marcus Alonso, he opened the scoring after 60 minutes of play before Cristiano Ronaldo did it again. He equalised just 2 minutes later. The result now leaves United 5 points off the charge, off that Champions League spot, with Arsenal now having 2 games in hand on Ralph Rangnick's side. The action then continues this weekend with a full roster. Liverpool, buoyed by Jurgen Klopp, signing a new 4-year contract, travelling to Newcastle. Where was he going to go, really? Then title rivals Man City are away to Leeds, while on Sunday Spurs, they host Leicester. Bit of a tough draw there. Chelsea, they travel to Everton, and then West Ham face Arsenal in yet another London derby. Then we turn to cricket. Some good news for Ben Stokes. Certainly another feather in his cap. He's been named as England's Test captain, taking over permanently now from Joe Root. So the all-rounder has scored over 5,000 runs, taken 174 wickets in his 79 tests, and had been vice-captain across 2 spells since 2017. Root stepped down after 5 years in charge earlier this month, having led England in a record 64 tests. Stokes' first test as permanent captain of his country will be against the world champions New Zealand, and that's at Lord's on the 2nd of June. What a way to open your account. He previously captained England once off in their first test defeat by the West Indies in 2020, when Root missed the match to attend the birth of his 2nd child. Then on to rugby news. Unfortunately, bad news for Spain. They've been stripped of their 2023 Rugby World Cup place. That was after World Rugby deemed that they'd used an ineligible player during qualifications. So the side confirmed a World Cup spot for the first time in 24 years in March, but will now be replaced in their Pool B by Romania. And that's now the 2nd successive World Cup at which Spain have lost their place for the same offence. Now, according to Spanish media, the player under investigation was the South African-born prop Gavin van den Berg, who has been playing in Spain since 2018. Then on to Tiger Woods news. I want to say golf news, but he's dominating golf at the moment. Tiger Woods reportedly arrived in Oklahoma yesterday for a round of golf at Southern Hills, and that's in sight of this year's PGA Championship as part of his process to determine whether he'll be able to compete in the year's 2nd major next month. So the 46-year-old, who nearly lost his right leg in that car accident earlier last year, reportedly arrived at the course to play all 18 holes without a cart and with the club's head professional on his bag instead of his usual caddy. Woods, who has already said he planned to play the British Open at St Andrews in July, made a highly anticipated return to competition 3 weeks ago at the Masters, where he went 13 over for the week and finished in 47th place, but did make it around the entire course, which I think was a first major step, but we'll certainly watch that space. Mike Pedro's stepping in to chew on, as I said, all of the sporting gristle, United Rugby Championship, and of course high-stakes football in the Premier League, so stick around for that. But right now, let's bring you up to speed with the weather.
Thanks a lot, G. Before we hit the weather and, of course, those sunrise views, I need to give you some environmental news. Disturbing reports of a so-called insect apocalypse is part of our environmental news this morning. A study has found that insect numbers have plunged by half in some parts of the world due to climate change and intensive agriculture. The combined pressures of global heating and farming are driving a substantial decline of insects across the globe, says a UK researcher. They say we must acknowledge the threats we pose to insects before some species are lost forever. But preserving habitat for nature could help ensure that vital insects thrive. Lead researcher Dr. Charlie Outhwaite of the University College of London said losing insect populations could be harmful not only to the natural environment but to human health and food security, particularly with losses of pollinators. In areas with high intensity agriculture and substantial warming, insect numbers have plunged by 49% and the number of different species by 27%, according to the research published in Nature. So the whole premise over there is to save our hojas, please look after our world. From weather news, we move on to sunrise views captured by you. Now, Charlton M. Dwerza from Northern Cape shared the stunning shot looking towards Prangburg in the distance with a misty haze lying over the area. It looks absolutely sensational, like a scene from a movie, actually. Then Geraldine Flatwell from Simonstown captured this beautifully silhouetted photo of the sun rising up over the mountains in the distance. I'm sure I saw that exact scene in The Lion King. Thank you so much, Geraldine. It looks so good. Keep it coming. You know where to go. Post those little sunrise pictures on our Facebook page. We'd love to see it. And, of course, showcase you in our weather news on your Feel Good Breakfast Show. As you take a peek at the temperatures you can expect to give you an idea of what to wear today. So here it goes. Polokwane, let's start with you. 11 is your minimum, and you jump up to 24 degrees Celsius. Bombela, 16 is your low to a high of 30 degrees Celsius. Pretoria, looking nice and warm. 24 is how you top. Your low is 12, with around a 6% chance of some precipitation. But don't worry, still looking nice and clear. Johannesburg, 11 to 23 today. A 25% chance of some precipitation for you. Rain and thunder in Mahikeng, 11 to 24. Klerksdorp, you can expect 10 as your minimum, jumping up to 24 degrees Celsius. Kimberley, 7 is your low to a high of 26. Some rain expected, around a 42% chance. The same goes for you. Bloemfontein, 6 up to 22. Richards Bay, 19, and you jump to 29 in the afternoon. And, of course, more of the weather you can expect today. Pietermaritzburg, 14 to 29. Some rain expected. Durban, 19 to 30 today. Umtata, you can expect 28 as your high from a low of 10 with a 42% chance of rain. East London, 14 up to 27. Cradock, 5 to 27 today. Gqeberha, you've got 14 jumping to 21. George, 21 is your high as well from a low of 12. 64% chance of rain for you. Cape Town, you can also expect just a little bit of rain. 19 is your high from a low of 13. Worcester looking nice and cool this morning, 6 degrees Celsius up to 21. Sutherland, 2 is how you start your day, but you thaw out to just 15 with a 40% chance of rain. And then Uppington, you can expect 7 degrees Celsius as you wake up this morning, but this afternoon, a nice steady warm 28 degrees Celsius. That's a wrap up of your temperatures, sunrise views, and weather news. If you have any other sunrise views to share with us, please go to the Facebook page and make our day on your Feel Good Breakfast Show.
How excited are we? Look at those faces. This is what you miss every day when you listen to these guys on radio. Yeah. They are beautiful. Look at that. I can't believe no one's done that before. Pastor Mafam Luleki, you guys are legends in the game. Mhlombo Wenene is here. The people demanded it, and they have come. How are you boys? Where's your mic? There's your mic.
There's my mic, yeah.
Are you ready for live TV today? Because you know it's International Dance Day, hey?
So you're gonna make us dance, correct?
Oh, buddy, you're not gonna stop dancing. Who is it on every crew that?
And you guys on.
Oh, look at it.
Sorry, good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Put it here. We don't have anyone arrive here. It's not what we do.
It's not a competition, Tubbs, eh? I'm gonna come back with some steak or something. I'm gonna cook you guys something in the kitchen this morning.
I need this because it was my birthday on the 27th. Oh. So I'm still recovering from that.
Okay.
Recovering! Oh,
yeah, he's just given his age away right there. Don't worry, we're all in that same vein. Gentlemen, you are legends. You've got an amazing show, which we cannot wait to delve into that dynamic. Yep. We're going to be disturbing you all morning. Please, they're going to be talking over us. We're going to be talking over them, and we love it because radio meets TV, and we couldn't be more excited.
we love it. I'll be chatting to them a bit later. So, yeah, you recover. Yes. In a bit.
You can start recovering now.
Get the steak.
Spend your money wisely. Ungayi ngabantu. Do you want a bank that takes your money or a bank that takes your money choices seriously? Join Nedbank today.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Welcome back to it. Yes, it is your feel-good breakfast show. It's Expresso. We're live here on S3. It's a beautiful Friday. Yay. And Radio Meets TV today. Eastern and Western Cape viewers, I mean, give me your ears right now, okay? The province's #1 radio station. I'm talking about Umhlobo Wenene FM. Joins us in studio today. With me right now, I've got the station's very vibrant, as you saw earlier on, presenters. You got the host, Pastor, the DJ, co-host Mafa Bavuma, as well as acclaimed sportscaster, Brunch. Well, they're here. Please, everybody, let's give them a very warm Expresso welcome. Everything is falling. I mean, you guys
Because we are here.
Because you are here. It's the BEE breakfast show. I mean, the three of you, of course, are familiar with waking up at this time of the morning and entertaining people at this time, and things do fall apart at this time of the morning. But it's BEE. What does that even stand for?
Breakfast ayondla yo ekseni.
Yeah.
Most filling breakfast in the morning.
No, I'm full already. It hasn't even been 5 minutes. Mluleki, it's so good to meet you guys, all of you. But you know, you guys bring in a host of fresh new content as part of this brand new lineup. Let's talk about that.
Yeah, no, of course, Tavi. So I think the main important thing is to evolve as time goes. You know, you set up not wanting to overstep management sort of thinking. You sort of set up where the brand's going. And I think that move is it will be of great benefit for Umhlobo Wenene. The new lineup, of course, some exciting young mix of young and old, I should say.
Who are you calling old? Who are you called old? Yeah. Why are you looking at Pastor?
He's the elder of this family.
But I just think it's a new start. It's just to go forward and see where will this take us in terms of moving with our listeners who have been with us for a very long time. So I'm looking forward to it. It's been a month already. And I can tell you there's a difference. There's a huge difference.
And Mafa, a month in, are you feeling the difference that he's talking about?
I am feeling the difference, and I'm telling you, this is my longest relationship besides my marriage. For 12 years, we've been together. And then it's a challenge because you need to evolve, you need to bring in new and fresh ideas. But it's a challenge that we're willing to take because this is brotherhood. So we're so used to each other. Yes. So I'm excited. I've got chicken bums.
Oh, chicken bums, a man that's recovering. There's a lot going on with you. But of course, plus the DJ, there's something about this show that really connects with people in the most incredible and the most beautiful way. And you're able to steer this ship and really make sure that that goes on. The second biggest breakfast show in the land. Why and how?
As Mafa said, it's all about the brotherhood. I mean, 12 years is such a long time. For doing one show, the same show together.
And doing anything for 12 years. I mean, jeez.
But I guess it's the brotherhood, it's the chemistry, it's the energy, it's the vibe it brings. You know, it's more, and we always say this, it's more than a radio show. It's more of a lifestyle. It's more of a lifestyle. And, you know, when you wake up in the morning, you want to get everyone in a good mood, and that's something that we've managed to do over the last 12 years. And I'm sure we'd love to do this for 5 more years.
I want you guys to do this for 12 more years. And then after that, think about if you want to do 12 more years. Gussie to Gussie, the experience. It's coming, it's big, it's what everyone's looking for. All I'm saying is my hashtag for that day is #Diko. Let's talk about it. What is it all about? Why are you going on this Gussie to Gussie experience? What are you trying to achieve with it, Pastor?
It's been a long 2 years, you know, with COVID and the lockdown. And, you know, we haven't been out and about mingling with our listeners in about 3 years now. And I think this is a perfect opportunity, you know, for launching the new lineup. With the new lineup coinciding with our trip here, we decided, let's just ungenilali, as they're saying, as Xhosa, ungenilali, just to mingle with the people for old time's sake.
Weekend.
Yeah. Well, look, guys, I'm very excited to have you guys here. Of course, it's going to be lots and lots of fun. We love the fact that you guys are here and connecting with your audiences in the way that you're going to be doing it, but that you're connecting with ours at the same time. It's going to be lots of fun. Listen, more exciting news. Umhlobo wenene Amaza Ntanga celebrates his wedding on the repeat of the Insider SA. It's a big one, okay? You want to watch that. It's happening on Saturday at 1 p.m., so please do check it out. Also, make sure to tune into Umhlobo wenene FM daily on the frequency, of course, that they're going to tell you. More fun with this team a bit later on. What's the frequency?
88 to 106 nationwide.
Nansoge. Weekend in Gulu. Right now, your name will get you guys in a bit.
Yep, we got the lads from Umhlombo Wenene in the house. I promised them some food. Let's make them a little brunch for breakfast.
There is a classic mayonnaise that brings out the traditional French in 3 levels of tanginess. The mild classic, the medium classic, the strong classic. Tangy, the way you love it.
Made with love by Clover.
Yep, brunch recipes are one of life's simplest and greatest pleasures, and our Clover classic tangy mayo cheesy buns are next level. Jenny Morris, the queen of bread, shows us just how easy it can be done. If you want to see Jenny Morris in her flow state as well, says, watch her make bread.
I love making
You
bread.
create bread. You give life to bread.
Well, it is the staff of life.
It is, and I've been lucky enough to be in one of your kind of bread making workshops and to take it there, and it was obviously working with some amazing home bakers made it that much more special. But I love it. This is where your passion comes to life because it's simple and then it just becomes something spectacular.
Well,
so how do we make our beautiful cheesy tangy mayo buns?
how big do you like your buns? Because I can make 2 or I can make 4.
It's about the texture, Jen, okay? It's about the patability of that bun, okay?
Take this bun. Here, let's do this. Just stretch it like
And
this.
why do we do this, Jen?
I just want to, because I want to just give it a little shape like that. And I'm going to bring this closer. And it's so easy for us to put together. You just go like that. And then, of course, you're going to make the butter for me to brush on afterwards, which is delicious. And in the cheese, I'm going to just pop. Look at you, darling.
I know. Hey.
Well, yeah, make another bun.
Thank you. I'm ready. I'm ready for it.
I just give it a nice little shape.
There is something beautiful about making bread because of this part of the process, that it's tactile.
Yes.
There's something just so deeply satisfying about creating something with your hands in this way.
Love it. And you can almost feel the heat coming through, which I absolutely adore. So I've just taken a little bit of paprika and some garlic powder.
Your buns are a little tighter than mine. Mine are a little.
Well, I wouldn't really believe that story. I think your buns are tighter than mine.
And here is
just
the
take our
kicker.
classic.
Oh, wow.
And we're going to just do that, and we're going to cheese it. Don't go too. I like a lot, so.
Okay.
Just.
And what have we gone for? We've gone from medium to tanginess, and I think what I love about the Clover Classic here is everyone has a place in the world. You get 3 tanginess levels. Can I put on your rolls as well?
Yes, of course.
You get, obviously, your 1, which is mild, or kind of entry level, your 2, which is mild, and then your 3 gives you a nice little absolutely lovely. And if you're wondering why we've got this beautiful chatter rumbling, this bassy resonance in studio at the moment, we've got the team from Umhlombo Wenene in studio. TV meets radio, radio meets TV, and we are preparing them something extra special because they are lovely. There we go.
So now what we're going to do is just make a little bit of garlic butter or parsley butter, chop the parsley up, and then stir it in. This is going to go into the oven. It's going to cook. It's going to rise. We're going to leave it so that it can really reach its full potential.
Okay.
Bake it off, bring it out, and just brush its little doughy body with some lovely parsley batter.
Oh, just utter luxurious.
And I've made you some, so you can take one and rip it to pieces.
I'm gonna give it to these beautiful guys from Umhlombo because I did promise them something special for breakfast as we do on the show, and now we've got it. And this just goes in our batter, hey?
Yes, in the butter, give it a good old stir. And we A for away.
And we are A for away. I absolutely love that. It's delicious. It's going to be hearty, and it's got that lovely creamy edge. I think the real kicker here, the introduction of our beautiful, absolutely gorgeous Clover Classic tangy mayonnaise at a level 2. I would probably kick it up to a level 3. Absolutely magic.
I'm one of those. I like to go to the top of the meter, yeah? I'm greedy.
Spicy, she's tangy, and yes, her buns are a lot more firm than mine, but...
oh, no. When the heat gets to it, they're going to melt all over the show.
I can't actually resist. I'm going to have to have a little taste here. Martha, come in here, my friend. Buddy, not one.
You chose the right guy.
I know. We're going to help you. So
Yeah, we're going to help you.
Jenny, this is a broadcasting legend, Martha, who is recovering from...
I just turned 40 on Wednesday, 27th
Oh, you're ready to
of
go.
April.
Happy birthday.
Oh, you're a liar. 40.
So life begins for me.
It really does, eh? The next 12 years are going to be special, my friend. It's there for you. Give our extra tangy cheese and mayonnaise bun a taste there.
Take that one.
Wow.
That one, it's got
Looks
extra
like
love.
dumpling dombo.
Break it. Dombolo.
Dombolo.
Yeah, bueno.
Early in the morning.
And bite it, baby. Look at him.
Look at that.
Put that
You
into
can tell he's
your
on radio. That ain't no
beautiful
TV
mouth.
bite there. Appreciate
There's a bit of some, I don't know.
Yeah, that's the level 2 tang there.
Isn't that gorgeous?
Very
Come, don't be
gorgeous.
greedy now. Give my praise.
Thank you.
Please, man.
But he's taking this taste test so seriously. I honestly think if it wasn't nice, he would have told us, eh?
I'm taking this to the radio when I'm
Yes,
done.
no, do it.
We've got.
So if you're listening to Mklobo right now and you're wondering why he's got a muffled voice for the next 10 minutes, it's because of these gorgeous beauties. With Clover Classic, you stand a chance of winning your share of, get this, 500,000 Rand, R500,000 in prizes. So to enter, you've got to buy any Clover Classic custard, dairy snack, fat spread, maybe mayonnaise, and then just simply WhatsApp that till slip of your purchase to 074-909-0000. You can find all the terms and conditions that apply on clover.co.za. It's classic, it's timeless taste. And if you missed any of the steps to this gorgeous recipe, you can visit expressoshow.com and you can catch this quick little recap as I do the ultimate taste.
Give me the knife.
Made with love by Clover. Oh, you can make my day.
simple as CBD should be.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Welcome back, you beauties. Time to talk a little sport. Oh, and it is the business end of so many different seasons right now. It's the penultimate round of the URC this weekend. A top-of-the-table clash between Leinster and the Stormers. Obviously, headlines the action. And that's here at home. The Bulls, they play the Warriors. The Sharks, they'll be up against Connacht, and the Lions, desperate for a win, will be up against Benetton. And with us to preview is Mklombo Wenene, sports anchor. He is sport. Noleki Nsabo, and our own Michael Pedro. I've got to get it out the way. Shortest man in sport, me tallest man in sport. Finally, we've connected those dots. You're legends in your respective spaces. So I'm so excited to have the two of you here this morning. So thank you so much, dude. Aren't we happy that the South African franchises are finally coming good in the URC? Leinster, Stormers, top of the table clash. Muleki, who's got more pressure on them? The front runners or the wannabe, the incumbent? How are you seeing this one playing out?
Well, I think it's both ways. The Stormers, of course, need to win that game. And there's Bulls at number 8, Mike, that can topple them as well and be second place. You've got the Sharks in the middle at the moment. They didn't start well. They won games where you thought that they probably might lose at the end of it all. But that top 8 is just clustered, man.
Yeah, there's like 2 points between them, 2 or 3 points between them. Yeah.
This weekend will determine, actually, as to who probably will be in those quarterfinals.
Yeah. And if the Stormers play like they played last weekend, surely that is the beautiful game, too.
Yeah. I mean, like I said on Monday, I was at that game last weekend at the Cape Town Stadium, and just the atmosphere around the team as well. You can see that people are really getting behind the Stormers and getting behind South African rugby in general, because since fans have been allowed to go back into stadiums, the stadiums have been reasonably full. There's been a decent number of supporters coming through, which is always good to see, and it clearly benefits the South African sides.
These players need it, clearly. If you look at the kind of the freedom and expression in the play from the Stormers last weekend, beautiful. Bulls have maintained, they're there and thereabouts, the last playoff space. So maybe they probably have the most pressure on them this weekend. When the Bulls click, they're amazing. What do you make of their chances? I kind of thought they would be the front runner this season.
Yeah, well led by Marcel Coutier. I think he's been outstanding, and he racks up the numbers as well up at the top in terms of the tackles and all of that. I see there's a little shift in terms of the squad, the changes that Jake White made. I'm looking forward to see this young Kenan Moody who's playing at wing, and there's this change after Kurt Lee Arons, who was out due to injury, and then he's bringing back these wise men, I would say. Warren Steyn is playing at fly half now to bring a bit of experience in this game as well. So I see Bulls.
I think Monet's been punished for long enough for his past transgressions this season, but they're going to need a cool head, and they're going to need the points from the boot.
And I think that balance is key. Someone like Kenan Moody coming into the back line, pretty inexperienced, and to have a guy like Mornay staying there as well, I think is really going to help him sort of adapt to the pressures of playing on such a big stage. So I think that balance is something that Jake White is getting right at the moment.
Oh, no, completely, and it is. I think that's where the South African teams have been great, is finding that balance of experience. And a lot of the playmakers have been the OGs, which we love to see, but some exciting young players. When we look at the Lions team, an exciting young team that should be doing better than they are, I find myself kind of crying into my pillow every weekend on behalf of the Lions, because they play good rugby, so much attacking potential. What hasn't worked for the Lions? Is it just the bounce of the ball? What are they missing in that team setup, in their structure, in their principle that they're just not getting right?
I know a lot of people will be saying, okay, but they've been playing in these competitions for a little bit now during that COVID time. But I was going to say, I think to try and move away from this and adapt in European conditions and how you play and the style, the refereeing and everything compared to our Southern Hemisphere, there's a huge difference, and it takes a bit of time. You can see our guys getting in there at the moment, and I think they would just take any win that comes our way this coming game.
They would take a draw. Let's be honest, they would probably take a draw. And it did feel like in the beginning referees were almost being deliberate with trying to rub in that this is how we do a breakdown, guys. It's not the South anymore. You're up north. The final team obviously doing battle from a South African perspective. Sharks up against Connacht. The Sharks side it's starting to look like a superstar franchise. The money that's been injected there has been very well spent. You talk about the balance. I mean, they've got Springbok Sevens world-beating World Player of the Year playing in their Currie Cup team as, you know, extra cover for that team. It's Connacht stiff task or not, still the pressure is there. Now they've got to deliver.
Yeah, I think Connacht is probably the biggest challenge for SA teams at the moment. They've won 3 games in South Africa already, so they're looking to make it a clean sweep, but shows you how good they are on the road and in SA conditions as well. So it's not going to be easy for the Sharks, but they are occupying that 4th spot on the log at the moment, so they have a lot to play for. They've got a lot to hold on for, potential home quarterfinal for all of the South African teams, bar the Lions, obviously. So there is a lot to play for this weekend, and I think the South African teams and indeed the European teams know what is at stake, because especially for South Africa, they're now going to go over to Europe for that final round, so they have to maximize the last performance.
It's do or die now.
Okay. Can you imagine you having all of those, as Mike says, the Sharks playing at home, Stormers, and probably Bulls winning away or something like that? That would be incredible, and especially to their tournament as well, which they just put injection to it. Let's be honest.
I had my misgivings at the beginning. I'm absolutely loving it. Why? Because our teams have come good, as I said, at just the right time. You've got to peak in these kind of tournaments, and they're doing it with style at the moment, playing some beautiful rugby. Hopefully we'll see more of that. I'm sorry, guys. I've got 2 Liverpool fans that are sitting on the couch, but we're going to have to do it. We're going to have to talk a little bit of English Premier League after this.
Well, let's talk about the tropical island of treasure before we... Okay, because this is actually quite lovely. All right, so it's back this year. We're actually celebrating the 10th season with, wait for it, an all-star cast.
Oh, it's all the excitement. This cast will feature the following: Carleen van Jaarsveld, Kanyam Kangisa, Shashi Naidu, Roxy Lowe, Kelly Kumalo, Brendan Paper, Namaps, Maurice Page, Jonathan Boynton Lee, and our amazing host, Anga Makubalo.
I mean, that's a proper knockout lineup if you look at the guy in the front there. So, now if you want to be a part of this exciting show and you'd like to compete with one of these incredible all-stars, all you have to do to stand a chance to win a smooth share of 1 million rand. You need to audition and you have to follow the simple steps. They're very, very simple, okay?
We'll get them to you. The first step, step number 1, WhatsApp your name. Here's the number: 2082-857-8054.
Step 2, you will then receive an SMS with the link, with your instructions. Click on the link, follow them, and you will be in it to win it.
Yep. Step 3, in the meantime, though, this is what you need to do. Record a video of yourself telling us why you think you should be chosen to compete with an all-star.
Step 4, after clicking on the link, you'll have to verify your details by following some simple instructions.
Step 5, upload your video, enter, and stand a chance to secure your spot on the island.
So I feel like you need to have a sneak peek at some of the audition videos we've received thus far, just to give you an idea of the potential that you may have to show to be involved in the competition. Take a look at this.
Another one. Hi, my name is Kevin Ngosi, and of course you might be wondering why I want to be a part of Tropical Island of Treasure Season 10. Don't wonder no more. Of course, I'm Mr. Smooth Vibes. So if you want to see me in Tropical Island of Treasure Season 10 All-Star, of course I'm your boy, and make sure that you put me on. See you there, Smooth Island Vibe.
Oh, Kevin.
Hey. Just
that's a nice
Kevin and Kosi
clip.
I'm like,
take it easy, Mr. Smooth Vibes. We got another one. This one here from Larisha McPherson. Let's check it out.
Oh, hi there. Molo, Taja House, South Africa. My name's Larisha McPherson. Why should I be on Tropical Island of Treasure Season 10 with the All-Stars? Good question. It's about drive. It's about power. Both Jonathan and I are hungry, so we will devour. Secondly, greater is he that is in me than he that is in the world. So I will fear no man.
Okay, Tabiso, when you come out breaking a stick, you know you mean business, eh?
Yeah, no.
Shasha! So, if you want to enter, just like Kevin, cha, and Larisha, feel free to follow those audition steps we've mentioned to you.
Oh, no, to find out more, please do go and follow Tropica on their socials. It's at MyTropica for your chance to secure your spot on the island. And you can also find the link to load your audition on the bio of Tropica's Instagram and Facebook page.
Indeed, so go out there, be yourself, all right?
Yeah.
Make sure you break a stick, jump out a pool, and then buy yourself a Tropica today.
Yeah.
It could be you joining all of the All-Stars.
And maybe don't be shy also to tell us that it's your second or third or fourth or fifth Tropica.
Yeah,
like
why not?
Kevin. Another one.
We are back with the best of the best in the All-Star Season 10 of Tropica Island of Treasure. And we're going big! Buy a Tropica, find your code under the cap, and stand a chance to win loads of instant prizes. Plus, if you find the treasure under the cap, you will win one of 10 big prizes. See pack for details. Tropica, nothing smoother.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Welcome back, you beautiful souls. You are live with Expresso Mhlombo Wenene. Radio meets TV. It's a mashup this morning. Noleki is here to chat more sport with Mike Pedro. And, of course, it is all high-stakes football at the moment. It is going down to the wire for the race for 1, for the race for 4. We are talking about the English Premier League, and we've got 2 Liverpudlian fans here. But I'm going to ask them to be objective. Now, they are ultimate professionals in the sporting game, and we love football when it comes down to the wire like this. I think there is a little voice in the back of our minds, and I'm sure a loud voice in the back of yours, in your heart of hearts, that might be letting go of the fact that Liverpool are going to win this season. And I'm saying that softly and gently because I don't want it to be hurtful. I'm not saying it as a Spurs fan. But no, let's get down to business here. How confident are you? Have you not missed your opportunity from a Liverpool perspective to clinch this? Or is there a gap? Do you see a hoodoo team coming in there to upset the party from a City perspective?
Yeah, you hear them talking about, oh, we're focusing on our games. You know, this is what we're doing, and we take it game by game. But you know exactly what you want. You want City to slip up. You look at those fixtures, and you look at City, and you say, no chance.
Yeah.
Liverpool are playing Newcastle tomorrow. And that's another difficult proposition, of course. They want to put one over Liverpool.
Yeah, and they've got a culture of winning now.
They've played some very good games over the last couple of weeks. Liverpool off the back of a Champions League week as well. Yes, the squad is big enough to rotate and refresh players. But I think it's definitely going to be a tougher challenge than Man City facing Leeds.
I was going to say, because also now you've got a Man City coming out of their European football, having come back, you know, they had to really be tested against Real Madrid. They had that 2-goal cushion twice, lost it. They had to prove their credentials, and they did it. So now not only do they have that confidence brimming coming into facing a Leeds side that, let's be honest, are probably not going to be a major road bump for them. Or could they? Could Leeds do something?
Yeah, but they're not bothered, let's be honest. I think the worry was that, well, how are we going to get relegated or not? Results weren't coming when Biesla was there. Something just didn't work for him for a very long time.
It is tough, guys, okay? It is tough, man. Always a bridesmaid, never a bride. But this is crunch time now for Spurs, and I just can't keep looking back and thinking about Brentford and what a missed opportunity that was. A draw against the side that they could have crushed. When you look at how well we played against the top 6 this season, that's when we put in our best performances. What the hell were we doing drawing against Brentford? How are you feeling about Spurs getting that fourth Champions League spot?
I think Spurs, the real opportunities, of course, there was a game against Liverpool, which I thought that's when you saw good football from Spurs, and then mixes here and there. If Hurricane's not in the mood, and then he's not scoring goals, and then you're starting to see someone like Son, who's once again coming to steps up. So yeah, a 3-2 scoreline.
Yeah,
I'll give it to you.
Okay, I like that. No, I'll take it. A bit of a thrilling game. I want to watch some footy. Only problem is they never win when I watch, so I just have to get up and braai and then come back and watch the goals. Finally, we've got another London derby. Arsenal travelling to West Ham. Gunners currently in 4th spot. The West Ham have proven that they can beat anyone on any stage. I'm so impressed with how that team has played.
I don't see them dropping any points. Or taking it L.
Yeah, it's okay. I think we'll give them the league. We'll win the Champions League and the FA Cup.
And you'll have Klopp for another 4 years, 5 years. He ain't going nowhere. Thank you so much, man. What a pleasure to be able to plug into this big, giant sporting brain. And you can of course, catch him on Mhlombo Wenene every morning as well, and all over SABC Sports. And that's a wrap, guys. Enjoy all of the sporting action. Whatever code you're looking forward to sinking your teeth into this weekend, it's high stakes. It's going to be massive. Enjoy.
So after all the super sport that you can catch this weekend, we're making the most of this Friday with Super M. Now, whether you're on the go or enjoying a relaxing weekend brunch at home, speaking of serving brunch, everyone actually loves one thing. That's actually Flapjack. So why not gather your mates and make the moment more magical with a Super M Flapjack Challenge. Now, this is how it's going to work. We need 2 competitors. We're actually bringing in the Liverpool and Man City of Flapjack makers in studio today. You must make a Super M Flapjack mixture from scratch using the ingredients in front of you, and of course fry your flapjacks as quick as you can. Let's bring in Graham. I don't know if are you the City or the Liverpool of the mix here? Okay. Okay, never mind. So it's...
Well, look, actually, that being said, I don't want to be the Spurs of Flapjack.
I was going to ask you, because
I actually want to win.
The battle for seventh.
At least once.
I'll be the Kaiser Chiefs of it.
So there we go.
If that was even in the mix.
I like it. It's good camaraderie. Now, you'll be judged on taste, presentation, how many flapjacks you can flip in 2 minutes as well, which is quite important. And I think it's very important. You'll have 2 minutes. Look, if you make one, I'm fine, but I'm actually going to be looking for... creativity is very big for me over here. Okay, so, gentlemen, start your engines in 3, 2, 1... Get Super M.
Did someone explain to you how you got to make this?
No, you have to just do it yourself.
I mean, you have to use your intuition, okay?
Okay, beautiful. Let me just do some commentary over here. So we've got Graham already on getting his wet ingredients into his dry. Taking the stance of not doing the dry ingredients first, but going straight into the dry and wet all at once. Mixing
How much time do we have in total?
You have 2 minutes in total, though. We've got oil in the pan from Tabiso's side. He looks like he's coming around the outside, but who knows what can happen.
And you got some... baking powder going in. Everything is coming together all at the same
retrospect,
time.
I'm pretty sure the dry ingredients should have... I'm going to put all this in.
What you want to do is you want to create a bit of a a ditch there somewhere.
Remember, I have to eat this, so please consider me as well in the mix.
But you know what it is? Calito,
what's
I've hosted so many omelette challenges.
Of course.
Time is your enemy, brother. Time is your enemy. I just know this, so that's why I've got to get that batter going.
Okay, we are almost at 1 minute. I see the whiskers in Tabiso's bowl as well, so that's a good sign. We'll have to get the flapjacks. It looks like I'm going to have one each, which I'm happy with, as long as it's the best flapjack you've ever made in your entire life. A little bit more oil going in the pan on Graham's side. We look at Tabiso, it's looking good. 30 seconds.
30 seconds.
You better get your batter in the pan.
They should have given us a...
Get the batter in the pan.
Here we go. Given us a...
Tabiso's batter looking a little thicker than Graham's, but
no, don't worry about it.
Doesn't matter.
Okay, come on, on, my little
And remember,
friend.
I've got some decorations over here. I've got some choc chips, marshmallows, peppermint, crisp shards as well. Let's see what happens now. That's a waiting game. So at this particular stage, it's anyone's game. Flapjacks. It looks like Graham went for a more oily flapjack, which I don't mind because it is Friday. Who cares about the calories on a Friday anyway? He's flipping. Is he flipping?
But it's going to be a tiny one then, eh?
Let's go.
See, eh? Can I use your side for a bit?
There we go.
Can I? Can I? How do you do that?
3, 2, 1. We're done. Time is up. Oh, congratulations to the two gentlemen. What a fantastic performance there. I did say one each, maybe just one. I don't know. But I'm going to have to taste something.
Talking, buddy. Keep talking.
I'm going to keep talking, yes. Remember, with Super M, these flapjacks are really easy. Make them this weekend. And remember, decorations coming up. That's it.
Peppermentos.
Okay, I've asked kindly to get... I don't even think that's cooked. I don't care. Just make it. Do it. Ooh, I liked it. Look at that. Tabiso's doing something really great. Oh, thank you very much. A little bit of syrup over there.
Just a little bit of extra.
Thank you. Give me some zhuzh, man.
Just a little bit of
Tabiso, time is up over there, so you may want to flip very quickly. Just
Can I flip it, please, man?
Yeah, please flip it. Just so I can have something for Tabiso.
Do you think it's going to do the thing?
I doubt it.
It's not.
It's like looking like a dumbo a little bit.
Yeah, it's a dumbo challenge.
Oh, that's
Hey! Leave it on there. While I taste yours, leave yours on while I taste Graham's. Here we go.
Keep talking.
Okay.
Well, this is going to be like one for Zoe, because you know she likes her dough mix. So this one, this is called the
I'm going to cut into it, okay?
Deconstructed.
You know what I'm getting here?
Okay.
I'm actually getting light and fluffy. Here we go.
It's all right.
The crunch on the outside is very, very good.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay.
The choc chips adding a bit of sweetness. Super M's coming through. This is actually really, really good.
Is it nice?
It's just...
You like it?
Just cooked.
This one is
actually... No, it really
if you like medium...
I was ready with Tabiso's.
Medium to well...
If I don't taste anything in 10 seconds, I will have to... There's burning happening as well. Okay, bring it on. Very quickly.
Thank you.
Okay, Tabiso's one. Let me see which one wins. Thank you so much.
This, I mean, the thing is done. So this is really just like the final touches.
I like your this is like a pan jack.
Yeah, man.
Okay, I'm cutting in.
It's about the moisture. I think for me, moisture retention was a very important thing to do. Retaining.
Oh!
Yeah, because there's a thickness to it, but there's also a moisture.
This is worth waiting for.
Was it?
Yeah.
This is very, very good.
Hey.
I think in flapjack terms, yours is traditional.
Yes.
Okay.
But the creativity on Tabiso's side is extraordinary. You actually put the peppermint crisp into the batter itself, so it melted in.
That was quite a thing.
Yeah.
Graham, I love you so much, but the winner is Tabiso!
Just do yourself a favor.
Oh, man.
Thank
a
you.
little sip of that, man. Just
Okay.
well,
Wash it down.
well done.
The only way, right?
Well done, Tabiso. Head over to our socials and let us know how you'll make the most of your weekend. Please do with a beautiful Super M. Give it a shot and make flapjacks.
I'm sorry.
I feel like we should share the award because I flipped your flapjack.
You did. I'm sorry, but thank you. I'm sorry, but okay.
Hola, Mzansi. It's going to be a hot day in the big city. Super M. Anytime gap filler. Made with love by Clover. Oh, you can make my day.
Telkom unlimits your world for less. Level up your gaming and find more reasons to share every moment with more data to use your way. Get 20 megabits per second unlimited data for only 599 Rand per month. Do more on your terms and live your Munati with no limits. Call 10213, click telkom.co.za or go to any Telkom shop. Fair usage policy and T's and C's apply.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Welcome back to your Feel Good Breakfast Show. This is Expresso. You're live at S3, and in the next couple of minutes, this talented individual, Kenny Hughes, will make sure you're well entertained. Plus, it's still Radio Meets TV as Mhlobo Wenene broadcast live on your Feel Good Breakfast Show. They are still here. Look at them. They are way too good looking for radio. Anyway, talking about good looking, here's Tabiso with your news.
Oh, stop. It's 7 o'clock. Time for us to take a look at those news headlines. We start off here at home in South Africa. South Africa wishes to increase its energy capacity by exploring new opportunities in countries such as Guinea-Bissau. President Cyril Ramaphosa is hosting his Guinea counterpart, Umaro Sissoco Embalo, in Pretoria, and the two leaders are discussing ways to improve relations. Ramaphosa said cooperation would benefit both countries, with South African companies investing in areas such as energy, agriculture, mining, manufacturing, and infrastructure. Embalo said that his country has potential for oil exploration amid the global energy challenges. And he added, I quote, "We wish to attract investment in Guinea-Bissau." Staying in South Africa, Transport Minister Fikile Mbalula has reminded motorists that they have 1 week left before the final grace period for the renewal of driving licenses ends. This period applies to motorists whose driving licenses expired between March 2020 and August 2021. There are currently some 1.3 million people whose driving licenses have yet to be renewed. He also announced that the Easter weekend road death toll this year was lower than last year, with 162 people dying this past long weekend, compared to 235 in the same period last year. In international news headlines, President Joe Biden is asking the U.S. Congress for $33 billion in military, economic, and humanitarian assistance to support Ukraine. He says that caving in to aggression is going to be more costly in America if America allows it to happen. Meanwhile, 2 Russian airstrikes have hit Kyiv as UN Chief Antonio Guterres is in the city for talks with President Volodymyr Zelensky of Ukraine. Guterres said a nuclear war was unthinkable, and he added, I quote, "We need to do everything possible to make it impossible." More girls than boys are now completing primary school on time in sub-Saharan Africa, says the UN's education organization, that's UNESCO. Last year, 66% of girls completed primary education at the age they were meant to, compared to 44% in 2000. For boys, figures had also improved, but not as dramatically. 61% finished in 2020, compared to 49% in the year 2000. In Nigeria, 1 in 5 teenagers, mostly girls, are not in school because of marriage and pregnancy. Now, we've probably all heard about snakes on a plane, but what about a snake in or on one's car? How's that? Okay, that's precisely what James Bristow and his family encountered while driving along the M5 towards Staffordshire in England. A grass snake had decided to wrap itself around the side mirror of a driver's side of a vehicle, and Charlie, James' son, started filming the slithering stowaway while they attempted to find a spot to pull over for it to scoot off to safety. But sadly, there was nowhere to stop on the motorway. After moving from the bonnet and onto the side mirror, the snake dropped onto the road. Charlie said they had earlier parked in the field, and it must have crawled up into the engine bay as it was attracted to the warmth. Now, they watched, of course, and as they did watch it slither into undergrowth on the side of the motorway, Charlie dryly remarked, I quote, "And he didn't even thank us for the ride." Maybe a very good idea in future, no matter where you live, to check the side mirror of your vehicle before just casually driving off. Something to think about. I mean, I would have died. But that's where we leave it for now. Here's Graham with a look at your sports.
Thanks, Tubbsy. Let's kick it off with last night's footballing action. Man United and Chelsea played out to a 1-1 draw in the Premier League. It was, excuse me, Marcus Alonso who opened the scoring after 60 minutes of play. excuse me, before Cristiano Ronaldo equalised just 2 minutes later. So that result leaves United now 5 points off that Champions League berth, with Arsenal having 2 games in hand on Ralf Rangnick's side and currently occupying the fourth spot. But the action will continue this weekend with a couple of crackers. We've got Liverpool buoyed by Jurgen Klopp now signing a new 4-year contract. They, of course, travel to a possible hoodoo side in the form of Newcastle. Their title rivals Man City, less of a stiff prospect in Leeds as they travel. While on Sunday, Spurs will be hosting Leicester, and then Chelsea travel to Everton, and then a nice London derby in the form of West Ham up against Arsenal. Now we turn to cricket, and good news for Ben Stokes. He's been named as England's permanent Test captain, taking over from Joe Root. So the all-rounder has scored over 5,000 runs, taken 174 wickets in 79 tests, and had in fact been vice-captain across 2 spells since 2017. Root stepped down after 5 years in charge earlier this month, having led England in a record 64 tests. And Stokes' first test as permanent England captain will be up against world champions New Zealand, and that's at Lord's on the 2nd of June. What a way to open your account. He previously captained England in just 1 first test defeat by West Indies back in 2020. That was when Root missed the match to attend the birth of his 2nd child. Then on to rugby news, this time very bad news for Spain, who have been stripped again of their 2023 Rugby World Cup place. That was after World Rugby deemed them to have used an ineligible player during qualification. So the side confirmed a World Cup spot for the first time in 24 years in March, but will now be replaced in Pool B by Romania. And it's in fact the 2nd successive World Cup at which Spain have lost their place, for the same offence. Now, according to Spanish media, the player under investigation was the South African-born prop Gavin van den Berg, who's been playing in Spain since 2018. And then on to golfing news, another very positive sign. Tiger Woods reportedly arrived in Oklahoma yesterday for a round of golf at Southern Hills, the site of this year's PGA Championship, and that is part of his process to determine whether he will in fact compete in the year's 2nd major next month. So the 46-year-old, who nearly lost his right leg in a car accident early last year, reportedly arrived at the course to play all 18 holes without a cart and with the club's head professional on his bag instead of his usual caddy. Woods, who has already said he planned to play the British Open at St Andrews in July, made a highly anticipated return to competition 3 weeks ago at the Masters, where he went 13 over for the week and finished in 47th place. Well, that's where we leave our sport for this hour. We'll touch on those headlines again in about an hour or so at 8 o'clock, but let's bring you up to speed with the weather right now and some of those temperatures you can expect ahead of the weekend.
Thank you very much, Graham. Now let's take a look at some climate news. It would appear that the signs of global warming are becoming more frequent. Millions of Indians at the moment are experiencing a brutal heat wave that is throwing lives and livelihoods out of gear, and there's no relief in sight. The mercury in the capital of Delhi is expected to cross 44 degrees today. The India Meteorological Department has forecast a gradual rise in maximum temperatures by 2 to 4 degrees over most parts of northwestern and central India this week, with no large change thereafter. While heat waves are common in India, especially in May and June, average maximum temperatures in March were the highest in 122 years. Roxy Matthew Cole, a climate scientist at the Indian Institute of Tropical Meteorology, agrees that several atmospheric factors have led to the current heat wave. But adding to all that, he says, is global warming. That's the root cause for the increase in heat waves, he says. Now we move from a reminder of how we need to take care of our planet, everyone. A reminder, though, right now that we take a look at the beauty of the world that we do live in as we showcase more of your stunning sunrise images. Thank you very much to Natalie from Cape Town for kicking us off with a 7 o'clock update of a sunrise shot. Look at that. It's a shot overlooking the waterfront area as the day begins. Roxy Mays says that this picture was captured on the road between Alex and Port Alfred, showing off a hazy morning glow from the sun as it comes up over the horizon. I love it. It's beautiful. Thank you so much for that. Let's take a look at your temperatures right now. They're starting off with Polokwane. It's sunny out there for you. 11 is your low, reaching a high of 24. If you're out in Mbombela, your temperatures are 16, reaching a high of 30. Sunny times for the capital city, Pretoria. 12 is your low, reaching a high of 24, with some sun and clouds out in Jozi, Johannesburg. 11, reaching a high of 20. 33. Some rain and thunder, 42% out there in Mahikeng today. 11 is your low, reaching a high of 24, with Klerksdorp coming in at a low of 10, reaching a high of 24. Rainy times for Kimberley as well today, 42%, 7, reaching a high of 26, with Bloemfontein expecting some rain as well. 6 is your low, reaching a high of 22. Some sun out in Richards Bay, 19 and 29 your temperatures, with rain in Pietermaritzburg. 14 is where you start off. You will peak at 29. Durban, rain 19, reaching a high of 30, with Mthatha also experiencing quite a bit of rain today, 10, reaching a high of 28. Expect some sun and clouds if you're out in East London. 14 is where you will start off, reaching a high of 27, with some sun for Craddock 5, peaking at 27. Gqeberha, 14 is your low, reaching a high of 21, with George coming in with lots of rain today, 12, reaching a high of 21. Cape Town, a bit of cloud and rain, 13 is your low, reaching a high of 19, with Worcester, rainy times for you as well, 6, peaking at 21. If you're out in Sutherland, expect a low of 2, reaching a high of 15, with some sun today for Uppington. 7 is your minimum, reaching a maximum of 28 degrees. And that's what it's looking like across the country in terms of temperatures. Hopefully that sets you up for a feel-good Friday. Rainy in most parts of the country. Hopefully that helps you sort of snuggle up and keep it nice and neat. That's where we leave for now. The next update in just over an hour.
Well, thanks a lot, Tabiso. We have a super talent on the couch to entertain you. This is a blues and rock musician, somebody who travels around with his talents and has dropped 5 singles. Hear this, 3 of them went to the top of a local top 40. That is the quality that we have in this individual by the name of Kenny Hughes. I also realized during the sound check he did that his surname is Hughes because I just went Hugh, Hugh, Hugh. That is how many Hughes came out of me when I heard Kenny. And you'll hear him too in the next couple of seconds. In fact, let's take a quick listen to what you can expect.
Of home, far away and all alone, a quiet place.
Ooh, Kenny Hughes, welcome to your Feel Good Breakfast Show, my brother.
Thank you so much, man. It's so great to be here.
It's great to have you along for the ride this morning, and you're going to be taking us into the weekend, which is so beautiful. But let's start it from the beginning. You've been in this industry for 5 years. Everybody's got a story as to how they turned themselves into a musician, how they decided to take it seriously.
Yeah.
We all start in the bathrooms because of the acoustic.
Yes, definitely.
But now to take it seriously is a different thing completely. Who was that person? What was that sort of context where you said, hey, let's take this seriously?
Well, I started playing guitar when I was quite young, obviously at around 12 or 13 years old.
Yeah.
And I always knew that music would be a part of my life, but I never knew it'd be as big of a part as it is now. I mean, it's my whole life now.
Yeah.
And so I started off selling insurance, actually. And it was just soul-sucking. Yeah, it was just the worst. And eventually I decided, you know what, I might as well give it a try. And I started booking gigs, and it started going really well. And here I am, 5 years later, man.
That is your story. You
That's
went from
story.
insurance to
stages.
ensuring that the talent is on stage. It makes sense.
You know, I try my best. I try my best.
It's an incredible story, and I think it's a story about how people, often you think that you have to be in that boring job.
Yeah.
But sometimes you can actually follow your passion. Now we're 5 years down the line. I would love to know, blues and rock, let's be honest, in a world of TikTok and a world of commercial music, you went to blues and rock. What was the thinking as you decided to find your sound?
Well, you know, I've always loved the blues. Like from childhood years. I mean, I never knew it was called the blues, but I knew what it sounded like and I knew what it felt like.
Yes.
And so, I mean, I felt obligated, you know. I got to stay true to myself, man. I got to stay true to what I love. But now it's actually it's moved a bit away from the blues side of things, more into the funk side of things now.
I like funk, eh?
I love funk.
Man, funk is...
Play that funky music, what boy.
That's exactly what you're doing. This is great.
You know what I mean? It's just one of those things.
I'm super excited. I really think it's going to be a fantastic sound to hear, especially on this show. And I want blues and rock to be something that's going to be a bit more front-facing. There's a lot of commercial music out there, and it's about time we hear something different,
we got to get
which
good,
is so important.
Yeah.
Your quick one, Destiny, a single you just dropped. a little bit about that for a second.
Yeah, I haven't released it just yet. It's releasing end of May.
Okay.
But it's done, it's polished, it's awesome, it's beautiful.
Mastered,
I love it.
ready.
Yeah, all those things, man. All those things, ready to go. Ready to go.
So no scoops on it. Just say end of May. We'll wait.
No, I'll give you a taste.
Are you going to give me a taste?
I'll give you a taste of it.
That
yeah,
is
of
the
course.
best thing ever. Okay, before I allow you to give me a taste,
Yeah.
you have got a gig coming up, Daisy Jones. You're going to
Daisy
be
Jones
jamming
tomorrow,
with the rock band De Wallen.
Yeah.
Any tickets left for us?
There are tickets left. Definitely get them while you can on the Daisy Jones page. It's an exciting gig for me because it's the first time in 5 years that I'm playing with a full band. So It's going to be awesome, yeah. So I'm up first, and then De Wallen will play after us.
That is brilliant, dude. Well, I'm excited to hear you play. In fact, so excited. Can I go send you along to play? I know your first single's called Run Along, so maybe that's a good idea for you to do.
Let's go do that.
That's right. Kenny Hughes, he's off to go and entertain you in the next couple of seconds. Remember, the Daisy Jones, he'll be jamming with De Wallen. That'll be in Cape Town, so if you want to get tickets, go to the Daisy Jones page. But if you want to get a little taste as to what you can expect from Kenny Hughes, who'll be performing for you live on your Feel Good Breakfast show, I want you to sit nicely on your couch or wherever you are right now, eat your breakfast and enjoy the sweet, soothing and incredible sounds of Kenny Hughes. And I'm telling you, you know that sound? It does make you go, Hugh, Hugh, Hughes.
I was young, looking for a man with an old song. I fell asleep while the shows were on. I found my keys in their own toe. And powder never was my thing. They try to snap my little wing. Now one of the sultans learned to swing. Oh no, I'm now one for slow dancing. So run along now. Run along now. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Run along now. I said I'm now one for slow dancing. Can crawl. They've got a place both big and small. So keep your head up, boy, proud and tall. This ain't the place for fear and doubt. Yourself and I get loud. Don't you know your time is running out, so you better run along now. Yeah.
this guy. When you switch guitars in the middle of performance, you know there's talent here, and he'll be here all the way through the show today. Plus, we are making sure that Radio Meets TV. Club Wenene is still here as well, so make sure you stay right there on your couch, get comfy. It's Friday, we're taking you to the weekend. It is Expresso on S3.
You'll always know how much I love you. I hope that you never stop learning and growing. That you'll be brave and joyful and kind. And that one day, when you look at me and I look at you, we'll love the wonderful you that you've become. It all begins with purity.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Welcome back, you beauties. It is a Radio Meets TV inspired day this morning. Wenene in the house. So if you hear them speaking those beautiful bassy tones, the three gents are live on the other side of the studio. But right now, we're focusing on our moms. And I love this quote. Princess Diana once said this. She said that a mother's arms are more comforting than anyone else's. How true is that? And with Mother's Day just around the corner, the perfect opportunity and almost a responsibility to spoil our moms.
I think we all do owe it to our moms, right? So we're taking you through some of our favorite gifting ideas for every budget. I love that. You can get these at Woolworths because there's something for everyone, okay? For example.
Okay, I'm going to start here. This is our kind of entry level. A couple of beautiful little goodies here. And this is for all under 100 Rand. So we're going to start with our beautiful white chocolate coated whole almonds made with what? Love.
Man, I love that.
Hey, it is. It even says there on the ingredients.
It's the main ingredients. I love that.
In capitals. And by supporting Woolworths' responsibly sourced cocoa products, we are also able to increase the positive impact on cocoa farmers and their families while helping to protect nature. Who thought that you could do something so amazing? Then we've got our micro succulents here, really cute little additions to an office table. They are perfect to brighten up any space and definitely brighten up your mom's day. Then we've got our beautiful golden floral mug, really, really cute. You can see it over there. Quite high end, perfect for mom, and she can use it every day and be reminded of how much you love her as she fills her cup, because don't moms fill our cup?
They do. And is it also made with love?
It is made with love.
Love it.
It says it there on the bottom. And that's all for under 100, guys.
Okay, well, I'll tell you something. We've got something for under 200 bucks over here, okay? So pink petals, okay? Rose and grapefruit fragranced gold tin candle.
Beautiful.
There it is. is stunning. It's soft, it's feminine, it's luxurious, perfect to give to mom for when she wants to relax a bit, you know? And then you get like that bamboo and white tea fragrance soulful diffuser, which is one of my favorite things at the moment, actually. This room fragrance is perfect for that calming ambience, you know, when you need that, because most times you do actually need that, especially moms. They need a break, so please do, I mean, you know, add that scent there. Potted rose in basket, which, these are stunning. Come on, look at this, right?
They are like pink and purple at the same time. Look at that.
And they will last you. It's not sort of a flash in the pot type of rose.
Yeah, they'll keep growing.
But not just that, they'll also bring color to any room or patio, and they're a great alternative to cut roses. Now, with the correct care, these will last a really long time.
And do you know how you feed them?
How do you feed them?
With love.
Yeah, come on!
But they are sort of potted with love.
Yeah, beautiful. I like that. It's a gorgeous.
Okay, so we got a couple of varieties here for you. Let's go under 350 Rand.
Okay.
What I have for you is a woven geometric throw. Now, the thing about a throw like this is that if you want to make sure a couch has a bit of pop to it, you know, go to your mom's place, the couch is there, she gets to throw this on. It is absolutely gorgeous and it's perfect. And if she likes reading over the legs very quickly, getting a bit colder now,
that circulation.
let's think about it, okay?
Yeah.
You can also revive tranquility. This is a scented candle, okay? So you can really envelop mom's space with the uplifting aromas of this candle, available in 2 mesmerizing scents to suit every mood. One of the scents, Graham, is actually the scent of love.
Oh, wow.
Yeah,
They bottled it.
They actually done that. And then a W Beauty Glow palette. This is also great. I mean, you know what? If mom wants to ensure that she gets a bit of a zhuzh every now and then, if she's going to go shopping, you can be a part of that. Remember, it is vegan friendly and endorsed by Beauty without cruelty, which is wonderful. And that is what we are offering for you.
For under 350.
Here. Under 350. That's so good.
Ideal for the momfluencers. Okay, I'm going to go through this last one because this is getting quite zhuzh now. We're getting to under 450. If you really need to splash out, you got some extra bucks. Let's do it. Let's do it with a gold-plated necklace, yo.
Wow.
Look at that.
Whoa.
Stunning necklace to add the right stylistic touches. 18-karat gold-plated, and it features a beautiful T-bar and toggle pendant, which secures the necklace as well. It's classy, it's beautiful, it's understated, and I think it's impactful. I think you'll be the favorite child if
that
you
is
do
exactly it.
Then we've got the tassel phone bag. Okay, and this is a textured faux leather mini bag. Check it out, because people's phones need a bag now. And that's ideal for holding mom's cell phone. And with this bag, mom won't be asking, have you seen my phone? Where's my phone? Give me my phone back, unless you are playing Candy Crush or something. Might happen. And then we've got this beautiful heartfelt Bella Rose EDP gift, and it's an entire set. Unique scent for the fun-loving mom who is vivacious, flirtatious, and enjoys the fullness of life. Okay.
We all love a flirtatious mom. That sounds like Jenny Morris.
I was like, hey.
I love that. That's mom.
And that's all for under 450 Rand. That's special, man. Very, very special.
So I think it's very clear. We all need to go out there and make mom smile this Mother's Day by spoiling her with a special gift from Woolworths. They are available where? In store.
In store.
Online?
Online.
And?
On the app.
On the app.
On the app, of course.
And they're all made with?
Love.
Now, the thing is, I'm all loved up, and the thing is, the person that I love most in this world is Jenny Morris, and she's about to give you a recipe you're going to love. So between school runs, works, life juggles, it can be overwhelming to create when it comes to weekly meal planning for the family. So Jenny is showing us how to simplify our meal times with a delicious Vienna and noodle omelette. Come on now, omelette! It's beautiful. Now, how do you love to spend your beautiful weekends? That's the thing. You know, I mean, is it chilling? Is it relaxing? That's the thing. Actually, wait. Jenny.
Yes, darling.
First of all, good morning. I missed you.
I missed you too.
And as you could see, you know, the love that I channeled when we chatted about Mother's Day gifts, it was all for you, just letting you know. But...
Where are they?
I'll bring them over soon. On the weekends, how do you relax?
Gardening, crocheting, You know, I just love social media.
Oh,
and I'm writing,
are you a scroller?
I'm a scroller sometimes. And I'm writing a new cookbook, so I've got lots to keep me occupied. I've got animals. I've got a little demon pea, so I've got to keep occupied.
That's great. But you're writing a new cookbook.
Yes, I am.
Scoops are coming. This is great. Okay, so... You know, when it comes to, you know, let's just say moms being super busy, anybody being really busy, are there any, like, is there like a golden rule for you to make sure that something is super tasty? Because we don't always have the time to break down the flavors and get exactly what you want. So what would you say to anybody who wants to just add a pop of flavor, something special to anything they make?
Well, first of all, you're going to have a Simply Chicken stocked freezer and fridge.
Okay, done.
Because that really makes things good.
All right.
And there's lots of condiments that you have in your store cupboard. So, I mean, today we're using chutney, for instance. You know, we're going to go quick, or just salt and pepper and fresh herbs. You know, plant a little herb box.
That is beautiful.
Yes.
And I like the fact that you said some of the condiments that you have in your fridge already has so many constituents in there, the vinegar and the sugar, that you don't need to add much else to make it tasty.
Add much, yeah.
Well, you do.
Well, I've added, yes, I would like you to take 2 of those beautiful little pure chicken sausage out for me, little Viennas.
2 of them?
Yes, and cut them into little squares. Not squares, cut them into rings.
You want so just little rings. Okay, no problem. I'll do that for you. Just little rings.
And while you're ringing it for me, I'm going to
I will ring
tell
you anytime.
Oh, darling.
Especially on
and I will answer.
So here's the thing. Simply Chicken products are actually made for real moms, and it's made with real chicken. Simply Chicken products contain no pork and no added MSG, if you get the MSG, and quick and easy to prepare, and can also be air fried. Thank goodness you should have an air fryer by now, Graham. Anyway, so this is what you should have one by now, just letting you know. There should be at least one person to give that man an air fryer. But remember, just keep your weekend meal simple and tasty with Simply Chicken. I've got these ready for you. That was super quick.
Don't burn yourself.
I will not
fling them in. I put my chutney into here. You can add it to your eggs if you want to.
There we
you
go.
can use sweet chili sauce. You can use fresh chilies. I mean, it's entirely up to you.
And already, look, the hack that you gave us with regard to just condiments, just add like a chutney.
Absolutely.
You know what, if you don't have, let's just say, braai sauce or something like that.
Anything in the cupboard. It's just got to love eggs.
And also, to be honest, Simply Chicken, these smoked Viennas over here, I've actually bride them before.
I like them. I like the cheesy ones.
Right? It's the best thing ever. And I think this is great. So we're actually making this omelette, which is really, really cool. And we will make it happen.
I've made one for you already because I know you're very impatient today.
I am not impatient. I'm just relaxed.
No, you're impatient.
Sure. I am. I'm really, really relaxed. While you finish that, remember, keep your weekend meals as simple as possible. Keep them tasty. That's for Simply Chicken. If you want to get your hands on any of these delicious recipes, I need to remind you to go to expressoshow.com. This is actually for more quick and easy recipes. And you can follow at Simply Chicken ZA on Instagram. And do remember that today's your last chance to win an air fryer, Graham, with Simply Chicken. Just reply to the competition post on the Expresso Facebook, Twitter, or Instagram page and tell us your hashtag Real Mom Easter Holiday Stories. And you not only stand to win this amazing air fryer, but also a chance to tell your story on Expresso and automatically be entered into the draw for the grand cash prize of 10,000 Rand.
Wow.
And don't forget to include hashtag Real Mom in your answer. Competition closes at midday today. T's and C's can be found on expressoshow.com, the only website for all of our recipes and all of our delights, which is good. Woo, this is great.
I was your
so you
delight.
literally you've taken omelette and you've put some. What do you put in there?
Noodles. I just want this to firm up a little bit, and then I'm going to flip it over the top.
Yes.
So what I had in my bowl were eggs and cheese.
All right.
And I had some salt and some pepper, and I've just fried up some onions and some 2 minutes noodles. You know those instant things?
Of course. That's so great. Well, just a quick one for the Mhlobo Wenene guys, because they're going to do an omelette challenge very, very soon. Any tip for them with regard to flipping an omelette and making it special like you do?
Well, you know what the thing is, just because I'm so greedy, I always put too much filling in it.
Okay, so keep it light.
Yeah, so this is going to be very, very difficult to flip, but there is help at hand, because you could just take a plate, pop the plate onto it, invert it, and slide it back into the pan.
Oh, there we go. Well, there's the hacks from Jenny Morris. Of course, if you want any of the recipe ingredients, please go through to expressoshow.com. And Mhlobo and Nene are here because you know what? Radio meets TV, and later we'll meet omelettes.
It's a big boy omelette, this one.
I know it's a big one.
Simple, as CBD should be.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
This is your feel-good breakfast show here on S3, and it's all about the celebration because Eid al-Fitr is a celebration and a festival of breaking the fast of Ramadan, the holy month celebrated by Muslims all around the world. Now, this is a very special religious holiday that requires you to be at your best behavior and also to put your best foot forward. Now, digital content creator Iman Kuvadia is here to show us how to create the ultimate Eid makeup look, and we're here for all of that. Iman, thank you so much for joining us and welcome back to the show.
Thank you so much.
Okay, so there's a lot to unpack. I mean, last week we were speaking about fashion, today we're speaking about makeup, but how do you personally prepare for Eid?
So throughout the month, you're obviously looking for your outfit, but then towards the end of the month, that's when you actually start preparing. You're preparing, you know, your family's preparing for who's going to come over, what you're going to be making, and then it's the decor setup, and especially the few days before, it's making the biscuits and the sweetmeats.
I'm still waiting for my invitation. Like, I'm waiting for someone to be like, Jamie, come fetch your barakat, be there. But let's talk trends, specifically beauty trends that we can see over the Eid time.
So for 2022, the big trend is the clean girl makeup look. It's about flawless skin, bright glowing skin, and it's all about the highlight, but still very flawless, very clean, very minimalist. It's also about glossy lips, a lot of blush. We're moving away from contour and more towards blush again, and yeah, just keeping that look fresh and looking dewy all the time.
I think I'm still stuck in like the 90s because I'm still contouring, I'm still baking, but you said all about the natural glow, and I can't help but look at your makeup. Take me through how you achieved this look today.
So today for my makeup, I did use most of the products to get that clean, glowy girl look. So so to get that glowy girl look, I went and used the highlighter palette. This is the Glow palette from W Beauty, and you want to focus the highlight on your cheekbones and throughout your face just to get that glow. And to get that glow to set in, I used the setting spray that gives you more of that dewy look. And then I went through and used some blue on my eyes to give that pop of color and to match my outfit. I also, since we're focusing on blush this year, I used the cream blush from W Beauty. It works as a blush or you can use it as a lipstick. And I set this cream blush with a powder blush. And I went through and used the eyeliner just to give you that statement eye. So to finish off your makeup look, I used the eyeliner.
Iman, you came with a lot of top tips for us to create this look. I mean, I'm still trying to get over the fact that I'm not contouring for Eid, but off the top of your head, what is your must-have item from the range?
The must-have product is the cream blush, because this works as such a versatile product. I used it on my cheeks as a blush, but what you can also do is use it on your eyes as a eyeshadow, or you can use it as on your lips as a lipstick. So it's very versatile. You can use it anytime, and it gives you that clean girl look that you're going for.
Well, we are ready. Iman, thank you so much for joining us. I'm sure everyone out there is excited. And of course, Eid Mubarak to all our Muslim viewers. Make sure you look your best by getting Iman's must-have makeup products at Woolworths. Remember, the beauty festival is still on, where you get 20% off 2 selected beauty products. You can, of course, shop this offer in-store, online, or on the Woolies app.
Welcome back. You're still live with Expresso. Still so much to savor on this Friday morning. And a big part of that, another performance from our guest artist for today. It's blues and rock musician and all-round nice human being, Kenny Hughes. He's here to get us into those weekend feels. He's carving out his own space in the music industry, undoubtedly. Already hitting all the right kind of notes, getting the right kind of attention. And his next song has reached #1 on local radio stations' music chart shows, and you're about to find out why. Here is She Knows.
Fishing with my friends at the creek up around that bend. life over the seas, and the shores where I wanna be. You better listen close as water flows, telling secrets that she knows. And she knows. Walking home down darkened streets, missing lights that I really need. I think about what Deanie said, and I can't get it out of my head. You better listen close as wind blows, telling secrets that she knows. And she knows. Tripped on the summit of the hill, I can't tell you how that feels. Landed face first in the sand, did gravity be damned? With earth between my toes, telling secrets that she knows. And she knows. And don't you know? Turn the key, unlock the door, try and sneak across my floor. Warming up, lost in a daze, I'm staring at the fireplace. You better craggle smoke as fire glows, telling secrets that she knows. And she knows. Tell me, baby, don't you know?
Indeed, my friend.
Hell yeah.
That's the problem with a blues guitarist. You never know when he's done. He's going to do another run. It's going to be another run. Best part is he can just pick up his drum and walk straight out of studio. Take a look at that.
And then I'm gone.
You're just too cool for school. The light and shade, the lyricism, absolutely beautiful, brother. I get why you're the guy right now. And of course, we're going to have more from this incredible artist in just a moment. Kenny Hughes Official is where you can find him on Instagram. Go and show him some love. We've got, of course, the team from Mklombo Wenene in studio. The BEE Breakfast team are here. And we're going to put them through the Omelette Challenge in just a moment. Stick around.
We are back with the best in the All-Star Season 10 of Tropica Island of Treasure. And we're going big!
Just tell us why you should be chosen to compete with one of these all-star celebs and stand a chance to win a smooth 1 million rand. WhatsApp your audition video or upload it on our socials at MyTropica for your chance to get a spot on the island.
So buy a Tropica today, and this could be you. CPAC for details.
Tropica, nothing smoother.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Introducing new Panado Pediatric Syrup 5ml sachets. They're really convenient to pack and easy to use, so you're always prepared for pain and fever, anytime, anywhere.
Welcome back to it, your feel-good breakfast show. It's Expresso. We're live here on S3. Mothers are all the talk at the moment, and we know why, because we love them. And we also know this, a mother's hug is a source of comfort because she was your first home, and your heart will always have room for you. Her heart will have room for you, always, guaranteed. Now, with our Panado Mother's Day competition, you have the chance to nominate a phenomenal mother in your life to win a cash prize of 2,500 Rand. And today, we have our second lucky winner on the line right now.
Indeed. So, without any further ado, congratulations, Jenny Williams. Good morning.
Yeah. Yeah.
Hey, Jenny.
Jenny.
Well, while you... Hi, Jenny.
Hi.
Hi. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Well, before we ask you how you're feeling, you commented on our post saying this, all right? And this is how it goes. My mom, Deborah Hull, she is one phenomenal superwoman. She has a kind, loving, and caring heart of gold. She is always there whenever I need her. During the past 6 months when my daughter was sick and had a heart operation, I could always turn to her when I felt sad and down. Her words of wisdom gave me strength through this difficult time. She is my rock and the best mom and grandmother. Hashtag Panado, hashtag a dose of care, hashtag Expresso show, hashtag incredible story.
Beautiful.
Wow.
Jenny, how does it feel to be a winner, but not just being a winner, being able to recognize your mom in this way and then winning for doing that?
I feel awesome because through the past 6 months, he was really my fellow to turn to.
Oh, that is beautiful, man. And how will you and your wonderful mom be celebrating Mother's Day? Are you guys going to be in each other's company, have a good day of it?
Yes, I'm actually every day with her, so this Mother's Day I will be with her again.
Beautiful.
What's your mom's name? What's your mama's name?
Deborah.
Deborah is, I mean, she seems like such a wholesome grandmother as well. Just seeing the pictures with your child, her grandchild. I mean, that's just so beautiful. So what are you going to be using the prize money for? What's the plan? What are you going to be buying or doing with the money?
Actually, she has to decide what she's going to do with it.
Oh, you know what?
The generosity in you, hey? And I'm so happy. And also with the heart operation for your little one, how's she doing?
She's doing well. We went on Monday again for checkup, and they found another hole.
Oh, no, man.
But actually, she's doing well now.
Well, we're going to stay positive for you. We are with you no matter what. And she will pull through whatever she needs to pull through because she has great women, strong women in her life like yourself and Deborah. So don't worry, we got your back on that, okay?
Thank you.
Congratulations, Jenny. This is absolutely beautiful. I can hear voices in the background. I'm sure lots of celebration in your household. Now, with Mother's Day 2 weekends away, this Panado's Mother's Day prize money could not have come at a better time. And if you want to stand the chance, you at home right now watching, of being the next winner, enter the Panado Mother's Day competition right now. Hello. Congratulations, you strong girl.
We love you. Such a strong girl.
We are celebrating Mother's Day with Panado. Join Expresso weekday mornings to stand a chance of winning 2,500 Rand per day until Tuesday, 10th of May. Nominate a phenomenal mother by replying to the competition post on Expresso's Facebook or Twitter pages and tell us why they are a magnificent mother. Remember to tag the person you are nominating and to use hashtag Panado and hashtag a dose of care. Competition closes Tuesday, 10th of May at 8 a.m. when our 10th winner will be announced. T's and C's to be found on expressoshow.com.
All right, time for yet another classic, the Expresso Omelette Challenge. So at the beginning of this month, we had the awesome team from True FM attempt this challenge with mixed success. Now it's the turn of the gentlemen, and I stress gentlemen from Mhlobo Wenenes, BEE, they are here. Mafa, Mlu, get in here, gents.
Yeah. I need to redeem myself. The last time I was here, it was a mess.
Yeah, it was an absolute disaster.
Yeah, it was a disaster. Yeah.
You were nervous right from the beginning. You were like, what is this? It's salt. It's salt. No, we're not going to try and surprise you. Okay, it's simple, but it's timed. And I can't stress that enough, guys. 2 minutes goes like... Okay, so you're going to have to be focused. Okay. You're going to have the tiger's eye. Do you want an extra 5 minutes just because you brother in sport?
I was hoping for an hour.
You've got your 2 minutes, but I have confidence. You've both got the tiger's eye. You can do this, all right? Your ovens, your hot plates are on, so be aware of that. You want to get your oil nice and hot because these guys have to cook within 2 minutes. All right. Malfa Mlu, you ready, boys? And then I'll call Pastor in to do the ultimate taste test. Then we'll find out once and for all who he loves the most.
Do we have a disclaimer? Do we have a disclaimer?
You can.
So, I'm not responsible for Pastor's...
That's
why I'm inviting him to taste it, not me.
I know I'm going to win, but Pastor is always going to choose. Coach.
Shame. It's okay. Shame, but I'll still have a little taste. All right, gents, I've got a lot of confidence in your ability. Yeah. You are breakfast men. Yes. So let's prove that once and for all. Your 2 minutes starts in 3, 2, 1. Let's make an omelette. Come on.
Okay.
Cool. Okay.
Where do we start?
Yeah, get it on the heat, man. I would say get it on the heat.
Okay.
A little bit of oil. Yeah. You want that puppy to start cooking as soon as she lands.
Yes. This
is the first time I...
Whisk, you're already too slow. You're already too slow.
Whoa,
it's a sprint, not a marathon.
Wait.
There we go. There we go.
Come on,
Guys, I can see smoke coming out of your ears right now. The amount of concentration.
Can I have it too? Where is something here? Don't you see nothing? Are we feeling something?
It actually uses hand technique to turn it up. You can't talk to it, eh? If you want it to be hotter, you can.
Okay.
I thought at 40 you would have gained this wisdom. All right. Out of the blocks, the omelette is in the pan. There we go. This is a positive sign, gents. Okay. I would crank up that heat. I want to see some bubbles.
Go a little bit.
Which way?
Please go.
Okay, you've got a minute left. A minute left.
We've got a minute left.
Yeah. Crank it up. There we go. There we go.
Okay.
Sidelines. Beautiful.
Where's my coach when I need him?
You're doing brilliantly. Keep your head in the game.
I think this is pepper or something.
Yeah, that's pepper and salt mixed together.
Okay. You do it like this.
Exactly. Yeah, a little bit of a salt pepper.
No, not like that. You do it like this.
Salt Bay.
That's a man-sized seasoning there. Look at that. Beautiful.
That's it, man.
30 seconds to go. Crank that heat up. Crank that heat up, man.
No ways.
Oh, it's not going my way.
There we go. There we go. Oh, I like the introduction of a little bit of cheese.
A little bit of white cheese.
20 seconds left, guys. Can we do it? Oh, he's got a bit of side action. Is there enough egg to flip? Not quite there, but just keep it going. Keep it going. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Whoa.
I flipped it at least. Look at this.
So we've got some lovely festive eggnog on the one side. And then it looks kind of like an omelette.
Almost.
Okay, it looks almost a part.
Yeah.
But now the magic is we've got to test. Pastor, get in here, son.
Pastor is going to do the honor.
But you don't take...
I'm just going to talk for a little bit. So have you enjoyed your time on live TV? Is it more stressful? Is it more stressful or less stressful than radio?
It's stressful than radio. With us on radio, you're more comfortable. With you guys, like you're running all the way. Run ways.
But have you seen how much we eat? We have to burn calories while we present. It's the only way.
Last part I'm enjoying about this show. I would join you for this show just for food.
We'll cook for you non-stop. You see how I'm padding you. And it's not for me, it's for you. I'll judge, okay?
Can I dish?
You can. It's up to you, my friend.
Aren't you supposed to switch the stove off? Not that for me.
It depends how you enjoy your egg. Do you prefer it in a glass? Do you like it in a glass?
Yeah.
Mlu, you've got to plate that baby, yo.
I can't even take it.
Yes. You can't even pick this.
Hey, man.
It's not ready.
Games are won in the last 5 minutes.
I know.
Okay. Finish strong.
Oh, Ricky.
So much oil. But what's this, guys?
Okay.
But Grandma did redeem myself.
Look. Okay, Pastor, come in. I got to do it to you, man.
Do I have to taste this one?
Did we even give you a knife
I was
and
late
fork?
when it was time out.
Okay, there's your knife and fork.
Pastor, you've got a little one at home who's waiting for you, so please.
I think I'm okay with this one. I don't have to go to that.
Well, you're going to have to make the official decision. Give it a taste.
Yes.
Yeah, exactly, eh?
It's not bad, Pastor.
And you were saying that Blue's your favorite, okay? Is that going to change after
No,
this
it's going to
morning?
change. It's going to change.
The thing is,
Luleki, what happened, bro?
Every time they go to the right, I go to the left. But this time around, I went to the right.
You went to the right.
Yeah.
It's the pepper.
It's what you want out of every chef is that cough. Yeah?
Don't go there, bro. Please.
Yeah.
Don't. Listen to the mouthfeel.
This is the winner.
Luleki, I'm sorry, my brother. I'm sorry, my man.
Really don't even
He's more of a middle to long distance athlete. Middle to long distance athlete. We've got a sprinter right here. The gents aren't going anywhere. Thank you. Wow. I'm sorry, Pastor, for putting you through that, my man. But I'm glad it wasn't me this morning. If you want to see more of the Umhlobo Wenene team, be sure to tune into the repeat of the Insider SA at 1 tomorrow. It's going to be Amaza and Shanga celebrating his beautiful nuptials, and you get to live that moment with him and his gorgeous wife. So stay tuned for that. He's going to go and taste his own. Let's see.
Suicide.
What's beta-glucan? Hello, do you know what beta-glucan is? What is beta-glucan? No one knows what beta-glucan is.
Beta-glucan is a natural fiber in jungle oats that helps lower cholesterol and keep hearts well.
Jungle. Do life with heart.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
It's Expresso here on Umhlobo Wenene. My name is Carl West. The Governor of Carl West is with all the beautiful things that we have on offer for you today. And of course, we asked you something on social media, which is so important. And we wanted to get your opinion on all of these things. I wanted to get your comments that are coming through. So let's actually take a peek. Good morning. It's International Dance Day. What song are you going to be dancing to today? I know the music you listen to is on Umhlobo Wenene, but of course, the other music, tell us about it. And here are some of the tracks that you jumped onto Facebook with. Of course, we have so many. Happy Dance Day. A couple of messages coming through. The first one coming through, of course, that one is a Saturday, Sunday. That's a beautiful one over there. I like it. And then a few more coming through as well. I'm walking away. Ooh, that's a very interesting one. It's a slower dance. It's like a dance of when your ex left you. It's the dance that you do when you walk away. You understand what I mean? It's like that. A couple more coming through over here. Good morning, happy Friday, they say. And there's a new song. It is Better Together by Jeremy Loops. I agree with you. If you want to check that song out, it is absolutely incredible. Thanks a lot for sharing. Please keep on sharing, and you'll be dancing with us later with our Friday dance before we go anywhere. Of course, we have to check in the news the last time, and they are popping up for you, all those headlines with Tabiso.
Thank you very much, Carlito. Carl Wasty Tasty. 8 o'clock, final look at your news headlines. Starting off here with our national headlines. Finance Minister Enoch Godongwana has given Cape Town the go-ahead for a feasibility study into the city taking over commuter rail. Mayor Jordan Hill-Lewis said yesterday. Godongwana also fully endorses Cape Town's intended policy direction in favor of devolution of this critical function. The Finance Minister said a study of this kind was essential and should be carried out by the city. Hill-Lewis said a tender for the feasibility study had been issued and work would begin in July. Staying in South Africa, we know that South Africa wishes to increase its energy capacity by exploring new opportunities in countries such as Guinea-Bissau. President Cyril Ramaphosa is hosting his Guinea counterpart, Omaro Sissoko Embalo, in Pretoria, and the two leaders are discussing ways to improve relations. Ramaphosa said cooperation would benefit both countries, with South African companies investing in areas such as energy, agriculture, mining, infrastructure and infrastructure. We know that we've also heard Embalo said his country has potential for oil exploration amid the global energy challenges. And he added, I quote, "We wish to attract investment in Guinea-Bissau." In international headlines, Twitter says it has established a legal entity in Nigeria, months after the social media firm agreed to conditions set out by the government for its service to be restored in the country. Nigeria suspended the microblogging site last June after a tweet by President Muhammadu Buhari that referenced the civil war was deleted. Twitter had said the post violated its rules, but the government accused the company of taking sides. Last year, Twitter announced that it was opening its African headquarters in Ghana and has since filled advertised roles. President Joe Biden is asking the U.S. Congress for $33 billion in military, economic and humanitarian assistance to support Ukraine. He says that caving into aggression is going to be more costly if America allows it to happen. Meanwhile, 2 Russian airstrikes have hit Kyiv as UN Chief Antonio Guterres is in the city for talks with President Volodymyr Zelensky of Ukraine. Guterres said a nuclear war was unthinkable, and he added, we do need to do everything possible to make it impossible. Now, the Cape of Good Hope, SPCA, and the Animal Welfare Society of Stellenbosch, the AWSS, were awarded the Best Animal Welfare NPO in South Africa and the Most Compassionate Animal Welfare Organization in South Africa, respectively, at the Pet Products and Services Awards. The awards are part of the United Kingdom's Lux Life Magazine Annual Excellence Awards. Cape of Good Hope, SPCA, senior strategist Shane Everts said that they were humbled to receive such a prestigious award and international recognition. He said, I quote, "It will create awareness abroad and draw attention to animal welfare-related challenges faced by the Cape of Good Hope, SPCA. This wouldn't have been possible without the support of our donors." Head of fundraising and communications at the AWSS, Jessica Perrins, said that they were over the moon. She added, I quote, "Recognizing animals as sentient beings with a right to a good quality of life, devoid of pain and suffering, lies at the heart of everything we do at the AWSS. Receiving this award means the world to us. I am so proud." Congratulations to both parties, respectively. That's where we leave it for this morning. Here's a final look at your sports. Here's Graham.
Thank you so much, Tubbsy. Let's kick it off with last night's footballing action. Man United Chelsea playing out to a 1-1 draw in their Premier League. And Marcos Alonso was the man who opened the scoring after 60 minutes of play before Cristiano Ronaldo did it again. He equalised just 2 minutes later. That result leaves United now 5 points off the Champions League spots, with Arsenal having 2 games in hand on Ralf Rangnick's side and, of course, currently occupying that 4th spot on the league table. Then the action continues this weekend with Liverpool hoping not to have a slip-up, and they will be definitely buoyed by Jurgen Klopp signing a new 4-year contract, but they do travel to a hoodoo side in the form of Newcastle, who have been in incredible form. Then their title rivals, Man City, slightly easier ride, I think, up against Leeds, and then on Sunday, an important one in that chase for 4, Spurs hosting Leicester, and then Chelsea, they'll travel to Everton, and then West Ham face Arsenal in yet another brilliant London derby. Then great news for Ben Stokes on the cricketing front. He has been named England's permanent Test captain, taking over a officially from Joe Root. The all-rounder has scored over 5,000 runs and taken 174 wickets in his 79 tests. He really has been a talisman for that side. He's also been vice-captain across 2 spells since 2017. Now, Root stepped down after 5 years in charge earlier this month, having led England in a record 64 tests. Stokes' first test as permanent England captain will be a tough one against world champions New Zealand at Lord's on the 2nd of June. He previously captained England once off in their first test defeat by the West Indies in 2020. That was when Root missed the match to attend the birth of his 2nd child. Then on to rugby news, and not the best news in this case for Spain, who have been stripped of their 2023 Rugby World Cup place. That was after the World Rugby body deemed them to have used an ineligible player during qualification again. Now, the side confirmed a World Cup spot for the first time in 24 years in March this year, but they will now be replaced in Pool B by Romania. And as I said, it is the 2nd successive World Cup at which Spain have lost their place, and for the same offence. Now, according to Spanish media at the moment, the player under investigation was in fact a South African-born prop, Gavin van der Berg, who has been playing in Spain since 2018. And then more positive signs for Mr. Woods as we turn to golf. Tiger Woods reportedly arrived in Oklahoma yesterday for a round of golf at Southern Hills, which is of course the site of this year's PGA Championships. That is a part of his process to determine whether he will indeed compete in the year's 2nd major next month. The 46-year-old, who nearly lost his right leg in a car accident early last year, reportedly arrived at the course to play all 18 holes without a cart and with the club's head professional on his bag instead of his usual caddy. Now, Woods, who has already said he planned to play the British Open at St Andrews in July, made a highly anticipated return to competition 3 weeks ago at the Masters, where he went 13 over for the week, finishing in 47th place. Not bad after a 2-year layoff. And that is where we leave all of our sporting highlights ahead of this bumper sporting weekend. Whether you're, well, regardless of whatever sport you're supporting, whatever team you're supporting, enjoy it. It's the business end of all of our seasons, and we love it.
Great sporting weekend ahead. Let's take a peek at the weather for the final time in your Feel Good Breakfast Show. And let me start with disturbing reports of a so-called insect apocalypse is part of our environmental news this morning. A study has found that insect numbers have plunged by half in some parts of the world due to climate change and intensive agriculture. The combined pressures of global heating and farming are driving a substantial decline of insects across the globe, say UK researchers. Now, they say we must acknowledge the threats we pose to insects before some species are lost forever. But preserving habitat for nature could help ensure that vital insects thrive. Lead researcher Dr. Charlie Outhwaite of the University College of London said losing insect populations could be harmful not only to the natural environment but to human health and food security, particularly with losses of pollinators. In areas with high intensity agriculture and substantial warming, insect numbers have plunged by 49% and the number of different species by 27%. According to the research published in Nature. So from weather news, we move on to those sunrise views. And let me wrap it up for you this morning. Of all the pictures we've received this morning, Charlton M. Dwerza from the Northern Cape shared this stunning shot looking towards Prangberg in the distance with a misty haze lying over the area. Geraldine Flatwell then stepped in from Simonstown, bettering that one, capturing this beautifully silhouetted photo of the sun rising up over the mountains in the distance, looking like a Lion King movie. And then Natalie Kavashni Africa from Cape Town kicked off our 7 a.m. update with this stunning early morning shot overlooking the waterfront area as the day begins. Roxy Mays, good morning to you. Roxy shared this photo she captured on the road between Alex and Port Alfred, showing off a hazy morning glow from the sun as it comes up over the horizon. They look beautiful, they are gorgeous, so please keep it coming on the Expresso Show Facebook page. We'd love to see you feature on our weather report. As we get on to some of the temperatures you can expect to start your weekend. Polokwane, let's start with you. 11, and you jump up to 24 degrees Celsius. Believe it or not, there's only a 1% chance of rainfall, so it's touch and go. Bombela, 16 to 30 for you today. Pretoria, 12 to 24 degrees Celsius. And then for you, Johannesburg, looking good, 11, and you jump up to 23 degrees Celsius, a 25% chance of rain for you. Now let's move on to Mahikeng, 11 and 24 degrees Celsius, where you thaw out to. I have heard rain and thunder is expected in your area. Klerksdorp, 10 to 24, partly cloudy. Kimberley, 7 to 26, as always shining bright like a diamond, but maybe a little less shy with 42% chance of rain for you. Bloemfontein, the same chances of precipitation for you, 6 to 22 today. And then, of course, let's move on to Richards Bay. Nice warm day, 29 degrees Celsius is your high from a low of 19. Pietermaritzburg, 29 for you too, 14 the low. Some rain expected in your area, around a 42% chance as well. Durban, 19 to 30 degrees Celsius. Still feeling warm and summery in Durban today. Is the chance of rain a little later. Mthatha, 10 to 28. East London, 14 to 27. And then, of course, we move on to Cradock, 5 to 27 for you. Berga, you've got 14 on the cards, 21 as you rise beautifully. George, 12 to 21 with a 64% chance of rain. Some spots of rain expected in Cape Town today. 13 to 19 are the temperatures. Worcester, 21 is your maximum from a minimum of 6. Sutherland, 2 this morning. 15 is your high, believe it or not. And Uppington, a considerably cold day for you. 7 is where you start. 28 is how you thaw out a little later this afternoon. That is the temperatures and the weather for you in your Feel Good Breakfast Show. No matter what the weather, it's always a good time when you start your morning with us.
Yeah, it's always a good time. Third and final hour of the show. All of the feel good coming your way. We've got some tunes. We're jamming to the sounds of Kenny Hughes this one. It's been such a treat. Lots of fantastic music. And here he is with a performance of really one of my favorite songs by him. It's about a girl. That's all you need to know for now. You won't know the girl's name, but this song's called Destiny. And I can guarantee you her name is not Destiny. Take it away, Kenny.
Not too long ago, a couple of years or so, by the side of the road, how I got there, and nobody knows. Walking home all alone, I saw her lights approach. I stepped out of the way, I think I knew her name. She was my destiny, 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 destiny. She was my destiny. Just right, lady luck by my side. I hitched a ride in the nick of time. It was so cold outside. She took me hours away. I do not know the place. The straight lights are out again, but here there's nothing strange. She was my destiny, 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 destiny. She was my destiny. I told you twice before. I don't know you anymore. I told you once, I told you twice before. I don't know you anymore. She was my destiny, destiny. destiny. She was my destiny.
The name is Kenny Hughes. No. Thank you so much. How's this man on that guitar? Please let us know. Expresso Morning Show, SABC3. Thank you very much for joining us, Kenny. The 30th of April, that's the day you're performing at the Stellenbosch. The Daisy Jones is Stellenbosch, right?
Yeah. It's at the Summerhill Wine Estate.
Stunning. Get the tickets. Please stream the man's music. It's available for download on all digital platforms. Thank you so much. Put it here. You are fantastic. We'll see you in a bit.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
What is he thinking about? Nobody knows, but it's epic. Oh, what a distinguished gentleman.
Graham, I swear.
No, you look lovely, man.
I look lovely.
You look lovely.
That's beautiful.
Man.
I'll take that. Thank you so much. You look rugged.
Thank you, man. That's what I was going for this morning.
Like a rusty...
Like a homeless person. That's more my vibe.
We got to represent.
Buddy, I'm so excited. I got so excited on your behalf because I've had the opportunity to interview Liam Neeson before and I loved it. He gave me everything that I wanted. So I hope you got the same. But before we get into that, let's get into Memory. This film that has all the makings of a bit of a blockbuster compared to some of the films that Liam has done in recent times. This has got the makings of a heavy hitter.
Even in the past 3 weeks, I think it was, we had Blacklight, which wasn't great. But the thing is always, it's like the dude's got an appetite. So whichever director's hands he's in, at least he's going to try and do the acting bit. He's not just going to like sign a check, you know, and run away with it or whatever. So great actor will always bring to what he can when whatever he's acting in. Memory, releasing today in South Africa, is the story again, surprise, surprise, in case you forgot. A hitman out for revenge.
Of course.
What more? Liam Neeson. However, there is a good twist in the tale to all of this. Is that he's a guy who has his certain code that he likes to live by.
As every assassin does, yeah?
Yeah. You know,
gotta have some.
You don't kill rugged, rustic men or men who look lovely like Graham and JP. But that code is broken by his employer. So he says, look, he's out of the game, that's that. So then Then there's revenge from the one end of wanting the employer who is going to frame him for a hit that he refused to do. And then from the other end, there's this force of the FBI sandwiching him in between, and him trying to vindicate himself and also redeem himself for a life that he doesn't necessarily agree with. Memory comes along when you find that this hitman has dementia, and it's in his family. It's slowly but surely, progressively making his job more and more difficult. What can he trust of his own perceptions? Which is like, if you're working alone as a hitman, obviously that's like the only thing you can rely on.
How terrifying is that premise?
Yeah, well, it's nothing that we actually haven't seen before. Maybe you forgot. Remember Memento with Guy Pearce? Guy Pearce is in this too.
And he was the bad guy in that, which was the terrifying thing.
Was he? Was he? Is the
Yeah.
question. Anyway, so let's talk about Memory. Like I said, same fodder that we used to as far as Liam Neeson movies go, action thriller, and he will definitely, like, you know, hitting that notch in the belt for whatever you got to expect from that. But also Memory being this idea that Alzheimer's is inbound in its own force in the story. However, we can hear from the man himself.
Yay.
Yes, JP talking to Liam Neeson for the release of Memory this Friday. Not as intimidating a phone call as him.
I'm the bad man. Have been for a long time. Your shooter's losing his mind. They have to be punished. I want justice.
JP, all the way from South Africa.
Hi, JP.
Liam Neeson, in case anyone couldn't see that or bask in the glory. It's a great pleasure to be speaking with you today.
And likewise. Thank you.
Thank you very much. How does Memory, because how does it flip the sort of expectation of what people have of a Liam Neeson movie? It takes a bit of a detour, doesn't it?
If you mean by Liam Neeson movie that I do these action adventure things and kill a few bad guys or beat up some bad guys, yeah, it's certainly, Memory certainly has elements of that, but this character, what intrigued me to the whole film was this guy is suffering from early onset Alzheimer's dementia. Mm-hmm. That really gave me something to get my teeth into and do a certain amount of research. I do have a friend back home in Ireland who's suffering from dementia. It's sad to be in his company, and yet it's fascinating.
What's wrong?
Sitting with your friend who kind of remembers you, but doesn't remember his living room.
Jeez.
It's sad, of course it is, but the actor part of my brain's going, wow, this is interesting. Look at how he holds a cup, or look at how he reacts to something, you know. So I tried to steal some of that from him and subtly insert it into our film, you know.
Wow. Okay, so something really close to heart, of course.
We all know people who are suffering from dementia. If not in our immediate family, then our extended family. We all do. I think it's interesting in our film too that we see my character's brother.
Yes.
Who's in a care facility, and we see what lies ahead for Alex. Basically, this character who's just skin and bone and has barely any kind of memory left, doesn't know who he is, certainly doesn't know who my character is.
Let's have a talk.
Well, no time for that. I think that's a really lovely scene. I really loved doing that, you know.
No, it was definitely a very touching moment. I felt that way too. But mechanically, interestingly, as well, is that it also is helpful for, you know, a man who's dealing with collisions of forces from either side. The FBI, you've got the bad guys and everything like that. So it also does have a good sense of tension as well. I'm not, you know, saying it's all just in the realm of what we've been speaking about. So it's been great to chat with you, even if it was briefly. I hope that people go and enjoy this movie as they can as the Liam Neeson movie, but at the same time, it takes a new kind of line that is pretty pertinent, prescient to the time that we're talking about these kinds of subjects right now. Thank you.
Thanks, man. I appreciate it very much. Thank you.
He gave you a little hug. That was a little hug. He gave you a little heart hug. Did you see that?
He thought it was lovely too.
Yeah, oh, he did think you were lovely, man.
Yeah, no, you could just see the dude's relief on his face, because you were talking about a rule that interviewers have.
You're never allowed to talk about Taken. So
because it would be the millionth time some
exactly.
Boo-boo has, I couldn't think of a meaner word, has put their cell phone to his mouth and said, please do a voicemail.
Please do, you know, said you have this, but absolutely awesome, dude. Well done. This movie looks phenomenal. The cast is crazy. Guy Pearce, Monica Bellucci, Harold Torres. You can catch it at New Metro. And we're going to incentivize you to get out there and explore the cinema this weekend. With a movie this good, you've got to do it. But let's make it even easier.
You know, that was epic. I
Iconic.
think with JP interviewing Liam Neeson, that was just... It was iconic. It was iconic. And today he looks like a tech businessman.
He really does. He looks like he's ready to invest in some tech startups. Carl Wasty, my tasty Wasty.
Talk to me,
What
Uncle Tubbs.
in your opinion, is the most iconic film you've ever watched?
The most iconic?
Yeah.
Probably like, sure, there's so many of them. Usual Suspects. Yeah, definitely. I think probably The Matrix is another one, iconic.
Yes.
That also comes to mind.
Yes.
There's a few of them for you?
No, I've got many, too many.
You've got many?
Oh, no, too many to mention. We won't finish.
Okay, all right.
We won't finish once we start.
He loves movies, that's the thing. So don't forget that you can catch the latest release of Memory at New Metro Cinemas. That'll be today. And speaking of movies, you need to check out this incredible deal that this movie buff Uncle Tubbs is about to tell you about.
Yeah, listen to this, okay? You get 50% off any regular 2D or 3D movie tickets. And when you use your NetBank card at New Metro, that's when you unlock that deal. Plus, you'll also get 50% off a medium popcorn and cool drink combo. Please, we all know how expensive those have gotten. So that 50% is much needed. It's a massive saving, and it means that you can buy 2 tickets for the price of 1. No excuses. No excuses whatsoever.
Indeed. Thanks to NetBank, it's now cheaper to treat yourself and your family to their favorite movie. Let us know on social media. What is the most iconic movie you've ever watched? And we'd love to hear from you, and I cannot wait to see Liam Neeson in action once again. It's going to be great. In fact, we have another little interview coming up where JP is interviewing another star.
Okay.
Because he is a star.
I mean, he's the man with the stars.
Indeed.
Hey.
Stick around.
Telkom unlimits your world for less. Level up your gaming and find more reasons to share every moment with more data to use your way. Get 20 megabits per second unlimited data for only 599 Rand per month. Do more on your terms and live your Munati with no limits. Call 10213, click telkom.co.za or go to any Telkom shop. Fair usage policy and T's and C's apply.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Yes, he is back.
That music, great.
With deep thoughts about a deep film. This film looks great.
I feel like you deserve a hammer whenever that music comes on, like a big Thor hammer.
A giant battle axe.
I should
or
be in
something like
spandex
that. Yeah.
with a cape.
Every day from now on, you're going to be in spandex. That's just the rule. Embodying the movie that you're talking
Let's
about.
embody memory, please. No one
All right, so this is fantastic. We've got Liam Neeson doing something, as you've kind of highlighted, something that he loves. You've shown how invested he still is in the acting process, but this isn't taken. This is something else, and he's joined by some amazing co-stars.
This is a good point to talk about, is that you can talk about the way I did, sort of tongue-in-cheek in the interview, a Liam Neeson movie.
Yeah.
I said to him what we clipped out before is that, you know, couples will look at each other these days and go, you're in the mood for a Liam Neeson.
Yeah.
That's crazy. It's like it's a phenomenon of
its genre,
own.
yeah, 100%.
That said, though, this movie, as you said, is an ensemble of really, really impressive people, including newcomers who I found really impressive. I'll talk a bit more about them next week, actually, with the director, but the next interview is Monica Bellucci. However, let's talk about that cast. Before we talk about Monica Bellucci, Guy Pearce, who we mentioned a couple of times already. Isn't this dude so underused, man? Last thing that South Africans, you might remember him in is Prometheus. The very first thing you might have seen him in was Christopher Nolan's first movie, Memento, which is much similar to Memory. A guy who's losing his grasp on reality. He has notes tattooed to himself about who to trust, who not to trust, and this enters into the premise here very similarly. Not in a way that it feels stolen or anything like that, but Guy Pearce is a really, very, very good actor, and I beg Hollywood to keep an eye on the man.
Is he a bad guy or a good guy?
He's the FBI agent. Good question, thank you. Who is wondering whether he should help Liam Neeson, who's trying to clean house on the bad guys, or whether he should nab him as an arrest, similar to Boondock Saints kind of story, chasing whether these are bad guys, good guys, who knows. So that's just a bit more of an expansion memory on Guy Pearce. Harold Torres, no one knows who that dude is, but what an amazing newcomer, and I hope that he's got a bright future ahead of him too. So they're great new names, great old names. There he is, Guy Pearce. And one of the old names, and I'll say old boldly, without shame, is Monica Bellucci, because she is a lady who does not care about the sign, the thing hanging around her neck of age, of seniority.
Clearly,
Very impressively, does not give a darn about that kind of stuff. Beauty, you know.
She's gorgeous, but she's just got gravitas. Yeah, she's got that.
An aura. And you're going to watch a brown man suppress blushing when he talks to her in the interview. But somehow I managed to pull that off. But totally an aura about her too. And so we dig into these questions about, you know, what does she represent as the villain in Memory, and how is she not ashamed of taking those dark paths? How about we have a look at JP talking to Monica Bellucci from Memory.
JP Sebastian, and I'm here for Expresso on SABC3 in South Africa.
Hello.
It's really an honor to be speaking with you. Thank you very much. Let me be the 200th person today to tell you that you're iconic all over the world. But I don't think that the first thing people think about with Monica Bellucci is that you're the bad guy, that you're the villainess. What is it like slipping into that role in Memory?
But this character was so interesting for me because she's really an antagonist. Because Davana Selman is the CEO of a hedge fund which invests in many different businesses, and she asked her lawyer to hire a hitman to kill the witnesses that can prove that her son is a sexual deviant. And she doesn't want this information to come out in order to protect her son, but also herself and her business. And throughout the film, everything points that her son is guilty, but she remains untouchable. So for some aspects, she's a monster, but in others, she's a human being. And playing this duality is what interested me.
I think that's probably a different direction than I think the director, Martin Campbell, said. She's irredeemable, but to you, she's still your character and you molded her in certain ways.
Yeah. And with this character, I wanted to break the mold in which I have been cast many times. So I gained some weight, the makeup, everything helped to create a character totally new for me.
For you, you really don't seem to mind taking interesting, challenging roles like this. You don't flinch from that kind of stuff. Do you go look for a script like a Memory?
And the film touches very important, deep subjects, even though it's just a movie. And as a character, I'm looking for challenges. I'm looking for the complexity. As an actor, you know, you're looking for experiences that give you the possibility to be a better actor.
And I really think Martin Campbell sort of flips the script on what people think Monica Bellucci is. He flips the script on what people think Liam Neeson is. And I hope actually to see you as a bad guy in more movies going into the future, because it's very interesting what you. Thank you very much, Monica.
Thank you so much.
Wow. Do you see how I moved to the edge? I'm literally sitting on the front of my seat. You did that to me, man. Was that more nerve-wracking, satisfying? How did you feel about that one, man?
Can someone please tell me not to be sitting there in my underpants, in my pajamas, when this lady... She's basically like it.
Oh, man. We will sit in stunned silence. Absolutely beautiful stuff, and you can catch Memory in New Metro starting today. It looks like a Liam Neeson classic. A flip the script for the Liam Neeson genre, if you will, but go and see it for yourself. This man absolutely loved it, and the time he spent with the actors, I think you too will.
Okay, listen, if you're always on the go and you battle to plan ahead for a healthy and filling breakfast like I often do, this Jungle Muesli seed bread will become a firm favorite of yours. It's packed with energy, high in dietary fiber, which is all the good stuff you need. It's full of real fruit, nuts, and seeds. Now, I'd recommend that you double up on this recipe so that you can store a loaf in the freezer for when you really do need a quick and easy breakfast or snack. Now, I know all about all the things, the good things that you get out of it, but I don't know how to quite put it together. And that's why Jenny from the block is here to help us make it. Jenzo, yes. What is the deal here?
The deal is that it's just so easy.
Yeah.
A little bit of jungle.
Jungle.
I love this one. I've been eating it out of the bag.
No, you have, but
it's like trail mix.
You've given me some as well. It's been hard to keep our hands away from this packet. Yes. It really has been hard. We've tried very, very hard to do that,
I mean,
but no.
Look at how many nuts are in here.
Right? All the seeds as well, because sometimes I find like the promise of, packed with nuts and seeds and all of that is really just like a
It's such a fibber.
And because you open the thing, it's like, oh yeah, I can count all 4 of them. Thank you so much for that. But this one, no, generous in that way.
And they're toasted and delicious.
Ooh.
So I've got...
You mix them into what?
Some whole wheat flour. You could use white flour if you wanted to. And you were saying put some in the freezer.
Yeah.
I would make an extra one, slice it, portion it, individually wrap it, and you can take it out and just put it in the toaster.
When you need that to happen. Okay, so the best way to bring out the flavor of the seeds, and there are many of them, trust me, is to toast them, as Jenny said. You can dry fry them ahead of adding them into the mixture. What's really nice about this bread freezers, or this bread, is that it does freeze really well, okay? It makes it the perfect recipe to double up on when we do love those kind of recipes. For those mornings where you simply cannot be bothered to get creative in the kitchen, all you do is maybe throw a few slices in the toaster and you're good to go. I love that. I love that so much. So you're adding some water in there?
I'm putting some water, some like body temperature, tempered water, some lovely oil, because it'll keep the bread nice and moist. I know you love a moist loaf.
You said body temperature, but I imagine you mean room temperature?
Like room temperature, like tepid.
Okay, cool.
It's like when you can put a baby in a bath.
Oh, nice. Yeah. Okay, great.
And then what I've done is I've got some salt in here and I have got my yeast in the warm water as well, because what I've done is I'm activating it to make sure that this baby is a living organism, which it is.
Yeah.
And it's a good way to test it before you start adding it to all your ingredients. And all of a sudden you think, oh my goodness gracious me, when did you die? Exactly.
Yeah.
So it's a good way to know.
Okay, great.
And then look at this, it's just a matter of giving it a good old mix up nicely. And I put one in the tin already, you realize that?
Look, there's nothing, very few things are as intimidating sounding as baking bread yourself from scratch. But I think that this recipe, one, does show us how easy it is to do so.
Yes.
And you can go on expressoshow.com and get the step-by-step guide on how to bring your own loaf of bread to life, but also pack it with all that goodness of jungle. Go on to expressoshow.com. So this is pre-kneaded.
Yes.
We've done all of that.
Done. Put a little bit of oil, not too much.
Okay, so I'm gonna rub some
yes, you can
oil on it.
Just use one finger. Let's just do this.
There you go.
And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually take some more of this muesli, because it is just so tempting.
You want that crunch as well.
I can't resist, baby.
Imagine this. Come on, a crunchy loaf. I love that. And then some more of the good seeds going on there.
How healthy is that? How
Very
divine
healthy
does
looking.
that look?
So this is going to go in the oven for how long, Jenny?
I'm sorry, I can't talk with my mouth full. For about 30 minutes.
You're not keeping away from that.
That's my
I would
bag.
imagine that 180 degrees for about 40 minutes, I'd say.
And then you're going to tap the bottom. And if the bottom sounds nice and hollow, you'll know it's cooked.
Oh, is that how you know? Okay, well, listen, I'm not going to waste any more time. Go on to expressoshow.com. Get involved with this. I'm going to get this in the oven. Now I've got a little skafteen to take with me for the weekend. Jenny, you rock my world. You know you do.
And I love you.
I love you even more. Let me get this in the oven. expressoshow.com.
In this world where you want the best for you and your family, wouldn't you rather have a bank that helps you make better money choices? A bank that rewards you for saving. A bank that gives you quick and easy access to credit. A bank that gives you personalized offers. A bank that helps you spend, save, and borrow better. So, do you want a bank that takes your money? Or a bank that takes your money choices seriously? Join Nedbank today.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Welcome back to Expresso, and it's Friday. You know what that means. It's the Expresso Rewind game. This game will test our presenters whether they were sleeping or not during the show today. So let's see. Now, everyone should have a particular sound, a unique sound that you should make, so that whenever I'm done with the question, you can make your sound. Okay. What's your sound?
Please start with him. Just think about it.
What's your sound? Okay.
That's nice. I was like, pa, pa, pa.
Okay, are you ready for the questions? First person that makes a sound gets to answer the question.
Correct. Right. Focus, Graham.
Which tropical island of treasure season did Shashi Naidu win?
I was so slow.
You all went together all at the same time.
Season 1.
Season 1. Is that the right answer?
No.
Huh? Do.
Okay.
Dos.
2. Season 2.
Is that the correct one? That's correct.
That's the correct one.
Well done, wrong,
Question number 2. What is a fixie?
It's a fixed gear bicycle.
Excuse me, Hobart.
Is that the right answer?
Look at that.
Yeah, or single speed bicycle.
Oh, my
nice.
word.
Oh, yeah.
I could have added single speed.
I almost said it's Fix Muesli from 5FM.
Question number 3.
Nice, bad, okay.
When was Cindy Nell crowned Miss South Africa?
About 1,000, I don't know. 2002.
2004.
I was going to say 2000 originally.
Yeah. Well, Graham
I
is
can
leading.
remember that. That's how old
Question
I am.
4. What is Nsika's debut album, solo album, called? Okay.
I write what I dream.
I like.
I write what I dream.
write what I dream.
Are you playing, Tubbs? Are you here, bro? Are you in the studio?
I've got, what, 2 more chances, I think?
Come on.
No, you
I'll
don't.
redeem
That was the
myself.
last question.
Oh, no, don't say
There's
that.
only 4 questions.
Who wins?
No, it's a draw.
It's a draw.
Yeah. It's a draw.
You get to share the monkey.
Yay!
Hold it on that side. There we go.
I'm holding his hand. Hey, monkey. There we go. Pastor, you were great.
Thank you.
Sure, man.
Keep on holding. Keep on holding. Keep on holding. Yes, thank you, Pastor. You're incredible. You're a wonderful person.
Okay. So what was your highlight from this week on Expresso? We'd love to hear who your favorite guests were, which recipes you enjoyed, or any fun moments that stood out for you. Share it with us on our social media pages, Expresso Morning Show on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram.
Got the job.
Got
the job,
was that
well
not
done,
good?
man.
Make it permanent. Let's make it permanent. I love
Pastor,
it.
you're incredible. Honestly, and I feel like just as a reward to you and the rest of the Nhlobo and Nene crew, obviously it's World Dance Day. So the Kensington Dance Crew, they were established in 2016 and is developed through the MOD program. It's an after-school program that became a home and safe place to many kids from various communities and backgrounds, offering all sorts of sport and art curriculums. And of course, they are young, they are super talented, and they live their lives with passion. They are the Kensington Junior Dance Crew for the Expresso Friday Dance. Move the coffee table! Yes!
Nobody pray for me. It been a day for me. Yeah, yeah.
Some a ball boy, some of them a Allah. Son man a rude boy, God the barrier. Some a ball boy, some of them a Allah. Son man a rude boy, God the barrier. Some a ball boy, some of them a Allah. Son man a rude boy, God the barrier. Some a ball boy, some of them a Allah. Son man a rude boy. See them there. See them there. Fire. See them there. I keep on dance, 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 dance. I keep on dance, 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 dance.
YJ's. Sorry, my baby, I'm sorry, baby. I'm so sorry now. My baby, you did it. You did it, mean it. It's a time now.
I forgive you, yeah. I really missed you, yeah. All these things you said to me, but what you thinking, yeah. When you jump, go where you hide. Got my feelings in the sky. When this did back that I but you said you love me, but you lied. You Hold on. Can we switch the language?
God, it's brutal out here.
Abusada, abusada, mente.
Abusada. Boom, 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 boom.
Boom, 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 boom. Boom, 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 boom. Boom, 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 boom.
Boom, 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 boom.
Rise! Rise, talents! Rise! That is the Kensington Dance Crew. That was a little teaser. They may be sweating and out of breath now, but they will come back re-energized, recharge, and moving your coffee table once again on your Feel Good Breakfast show. They'll be back in the next couple of minutes. Stay there. Boom, chip, boom, chip.
my feel-good breakfast show.
Welcome back. If our little Friday dance didn't give it away, it is International Dance Day today. So
Yes,
we put
it
it to
is.
you guys to let us know what dance you're going to be dancing into the weekend on this International Dance Friday.
Okay, so we're looking for that song that's going to really be jamming you into it. The first comment that came through on Facebook is from Teresa Maika, who says, good morning, beautiful fam. The song by Mshoza, Abantu Bam Lapha. Ooh, hey, happy weekend, fam. Love it. Second one from Vuyokazi Vini Sompali says, hashtag Expresso show with any piano song and I'm shy. Love it. Reta MC, good morning, fam. I'm dancing to Say My Name by BB. Is it Rexa? Rexa?
BB Rexa.
Yeah. We also got another one from Bango Te, who says, my favorite song is End of the Road by Boys.
Oh, but how do you dance to that?
Like this, just like kind of like... End of the road, so wonderful. Hey, I love it.
Just like that. Absolutely beautiful. Look, clearly you're on a loved-up vibe today, which is nothing wrong. We've been all about the love this morning,
Yes,
so we
we have.
want you to feel the love. If you're going to slow dance, you can do that. It is your choice. We prefer it a little more up-tempo.
Yes,
so we want to bring some of the youngest, talented, most talented dancers that we can find in the hood into our studio to show you what an international Friday dance looks like. Carl, move the coffee table, please.
End of the Road as a dance song. I like it. I'm ready for that. End of the Road. How about start to your weekend? Now, the juniors brought the heat in the first Friday dance. They were superb. They were amazing. But this one features the seniors from the kids in the dance crew, and you're going to love them. There's a touch of dance music, maybe even End of the Road with Amapiano. Who knows? All I know, move that coffee table. It's your Friday dance.
Youngster. Bajen, get a shot. I'm in a run. Oh, yo, man. Go. Oh, yo, man. Go. Oh, yo, man. Go. Oh, yo, man. Yeah.
Kykie, my meisie, sy lykie so greatie, sy skit jou lyfie, maar moenie hier kykie, sy sit nog lekker aan. Ek word sy hitte man, but skielik I am the one, soos kos ek as aan die brand, so.
Waar jy look en kyk gelyk, is I miskien from goud gemaak. Waar jy look en kyk gelyk, is I miskien from goud gemaak. Waar jy look en kyk gelyk, is I miskien from goud gemaak. O diamonds, so diamante, sy wil my aankyk, maar.
We need a woman who be back herself. Independent, just give me the line. I'm a shop the place. Hey, watch out for this. Watch out for this.
Hey. 4, dropping money out of space. Kid, cut, drink. Introduce me to your bitch's wifey, and we know she's slay.
What's up? Into my move, into my plan. Just one take, stand by. 2 minutes, I feel like I want. Hamana, you know more train. Shine now, manangin got into my plan. 2 minutes, I feel like I want. Boog, mal, stop bood, soul, Lacoste, stop phone. Boog, mal, stop bood, soul, Lacoste, stop phone. Am I gay?
Yeah,
man.
I'm just saying.
Wow.
That the Kensington dance crew were amazing. However, there are 3 presenters on Expresso today and 3 individuals here from Mhlobo Wenene. It is radio meets TV, or is it TV that beats radio? This is a dance battle of note. All right, are you gents ready?
Yes.
You gents ready? Here we go. It's you guys up first. Mhlobo Wenene, come on now. Break it down. All right. Break it down. We're ready. Okay, here we go. And there you go. Yeah.
Show me how it's done, boy.
Watch out for this! Watch out for this! Watch out for this!
Space, kid, cut, drink.
Here's to the sweet taste of time off, celebrating the lust of summer, and to family memories made with love by Clover.
Another feel-good production.